It was only about 6 months ago that Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida played host to one of the great sporting shocks of our generation, Indiana University football, winning a college football national championship. Tonight in world football, another Cinderella story takes into center stage in Miami as Cape Verde, who has captured the imaginations of millions across the world, take on the world champions Argentina. It is the true definition of a David versus Goliath game. The world champions Argentina, led by Lionel Messi, and Cape Verde in their first ever World Cup, plays in a first ever World Cup knockout game. Tonight it is Miami the site, and the very spacious and the jam-packed Hard Rock Stadium is the site for the last night of round of 32 action in this World Cup. Colombia and Ghana later, Argentina and Cape Verde tonight on a hot and humid Friday in Miami. Plenty of Argentina fans are here, as you would imagine. And this, of course, is the last night of round of 32 play, and the bracket does indeed show that Argentina is a team taking aim at a second straight World Cup crown. There they are in the bracket, waiting to play Egypt if they advance. The winner does play the Egyptians, who stunned Australia earlier today in a penalty shootout. Colombia and Ghana coming up later tonight to fill out the last spot in the final 16. So Argentina sends out this starting lineup with Lionel Scaloni, their coach, Emi Martinez, who has only faced 2 shots on goal through their first 3 games of this tournament, and he did allow a goal against Jordan, gets the start. He was the Golden Glove winner back in 2022. It is a bit of a 4-4-2. It can be a bit of a 4-1-2-3. Nonetheless, the 4 in the back, Medina and Molina, are the fullbacks. Lautaro Martinez, along with Christian Romero, are the center backs. In the middle of the field, Alexis McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo De Paul, who can do so much in the middle. And up front, you've got Thiago Almada. Playing on the left-hand side, Lautaro Martinez up the middle, and Lionel Messi, who has scored in now 7 consecutive World Cup games at 19 career World Cup goals. It's the most all-time. The lineup for Cape Verde. No one's giving them a chance tonight, but no one gave them a chance against Spain either. They held them to a 0-0 draw. Then they came from behind to get a 2-2 draw with Uruguay, and then held Saudi Arabia to a 0-0 draw to somehow advance to this knockout stage. This lineup on the right of your screen has an average age of over 31 years. That is the oldest average age of a starting 11 in FIFA World Cup knockout round history. Vozinha, the goalkeeper, at age 40, has become an internet superstar. He made 10 saves in the group stage. The back 4 of Sidney Lopes Cabral, Denny Borges, Pico Lopez, Steven Moreira. These are names that the world is just now learning. Kevin Pina scored the unbelievable free kick goal here in Miami against Uruguay. Cabral, the Duartes, are there as well in the lineup. De Roy and Laroche. The captain is Ryan Minge, and Nuno da Costa gets a start as the lone striker in the 4-1 setup of Cape Verde. They are coached by Bubista, 56-year-old coach from Portuguese Cape Verde. He played on this national team from 1989 to 2005. Lionel Scaloni led Argentina to the World Cup title 4 years ago. They are favorites to get back to the final again. As we say, hello one and all, I'm Matthew Owens, and welcome to Miami. Thanks for having us in on this Friday night, the last night of group stage action in this World Cup. And what an atmosphere it is in Miami. First off, with a ton of sky blue and white shirts here in the Hard Rock Stadium supporting Argentina. But of course, Cape Verde, everyone has become enamored with this story. Can they do the impossible again? This is why we love sports, because on one night, any given night, perhaps the impossible can become possible. Countdown is down to 1 and then 0 in the stadium. Cape Verde kick us off. We're underway in Miami. It is David versus Goliath. It is Argentina versus Cape Verde in the round of 32 in the FIFA World Cup. Cape Verde playing in their dark, deep blue shirts and shorts with white numbers and nameplates. Argentina in their famous sky blue and white shirts. Cape Verde win a throw on the near side straight away. Talked about it is hot and humid. I know that's stunning news that it's hot and humid in Miami. 87 degrees ambient. The real feel is upper 90s. There's a chance for rain. I know that's also shocking as Cape Verde plays it back to Vozinha, the goalkeeper that now has millions upon millions of followers on Instagram and has become the sensation of this World Cup. He plays it forward, but Cape Verde have turned it over, and here's Argentina. Enzo Fernandez at the edge of the penalty area. Slips the ball on the right-hand side. Rodrigo de Paul tries to get to it. And it's well defended by Sidney Lopes Cabral, and it's out of play for what will be a goal kick for the 40-year-old goalkeeper Vozinha, who kept a clean sheet while making 7 saves in Cape Verde's opener in Atlanta against Spain. He saved 10 shots in those 3 group games combined. He faced 12 that were on target. The 2 that he gave up right here in Miami, both against Uruguay. Plays another South American opponent here as the long ball up the middle is easily knotted down by Noel Molina into the hands of Emi Martinez, who, as I said, the Golden Glove winner from 4 years ago. He's only faced 2 shots on goal through Argentina's 3 games. He did give up a goal against Jordan, but Argentina ran through Group J without much real reason for worry. A 3-0 win against Algeria, 2-0 over Austria, 3-1 over Jordan. Lionel Messi scored in all of those games. In fact, had a hat-trick against Algeria, a brace against Austria. As mentioned, he has scored now in 7 consecutive World Cup appearances, and he now has 19 career World Cup goals. That's the most all-time, but Kylian Mbappe is right on his heels. Cape Verde's forced a turnover here in the middle of the field. Sidney Lopes Cabral comes up the inside left channel, only for Argentina to take it away. Messi trying to dribble his way past João Paulo. Loose in the center circle, and Argentina get a pass off, and forward they come, and it's Lautaro Martinez into the penalty area from the left. Lays it out wide on the left-hand side, and Argentina on the attack. They promise to have the majority of possession tonight and the majority of the chances. Played out wide on the left by Thiago Almada, and it's rolled back to the center circle for Argentina, ranked number 1 in the world in the FIFA World Rankings. Cape Verde is 66 spots lower at number 67 in the world. From the top of the center circle, Christian Romero staggers his way towards the final third, plays it forward. Noel Molina, first touch pass on the inside right channel for Alexis McAllister. The return from Molina, he got knocked down, and no foul was called. And Cape Verde have taken over possession. They'll flow from our right to our left here in this first half, again with those deep blue shirts and shorts, white numbers, white nameplates for a nation representing a population of only about 530,000. That's compared to the population of Argentina, which is just a shade over 46 million. Near left side, it is Sidney Lopes Cabral twisting and turning before handing it off for Deroy Duarte. Duarte back into the center circle for Pico. Pico will play it out wide on the right-hand side, but play has been stopped as a Cape Verde player is down here on this near left touchline. Our referee is Canada's Drew Fisher. He comes from Calgary, Alberta. He doubles as a referee both in Major League Soccer in the United States and Canada, of course, with franchises there up north of the border. And, of course, since 2019, he's also been a referee in the Canadian Premier League. He's been a FIFA-listed international referee since 2015. The free kick taken for the left of the penalty area. Ball is served in by Jovan Cabral. Defended it to the far side by the Argentina defense. Ryan Minge, the captain for Cape Verde, right of the penalty area, tries to harpoon across in. Facundo Medina is able to block it out of play on the far side. It'll be a Cape Verde throw. Both of these teams have played here in Miami in this World Cup, or I beg your pardon, Cape Verde played in this World Cup against Uruguay. This is Argentina's first game in this World Cup in Miami, but it, of course, is the new home of Lionel Messi. Off the throw-in, it's taken by Sidney Lopes Cabral, who lays it out to his left, and Argentina take it away. Rodrigo de Paul with a robbery. In the middle of the field, it's Messi playing it along for Alexis McAllister, then back out wide on the right-hand side. Noel Molina at the halfway line. Lateral feed to DePaul, then back for Molina, dropped on back, handled by Romero. Romero forwards it, Enzo Fernandez puts it ahead and then gets it back on a return. Argentina in the midfield holding play for the three-time champions. Of course, 4 years ago in 2022, their first world title since 1986 in Mexico. They also won it in 1978. They've made it to 6 World Cup finals, beaten finalists in 1930, 90, and 2014. Creeping closer into Cape Verde territory, but it's taken away. Nuno da Costa had it stripped off his boot, and the ball went flying into the air and dropped back to the very calm goalkeeper Vozinha. Born in Mindelo, Cape Verde, he plays professionally in Portugal. And he has it rolled right back to him in the penalty area. 3 saves in the clean sheet that he had against Saudi Arabia. Pressure from Argentina. Long ball is played up the middle by Vitinha, where it takes a deflection and it comes into Enzo Fernandez. Charging up the middle, tries to hand it off to the edge of the D. Dine was there to defend it away, and by doing so, he releases a long ball up the right-hand side that Ryan Minge gets to. Minge is into the penalty area from the right, getting to his left foot with a shot that took 2 deflections and rolled in softly on goal, easily taken by Emi Martinez. 7 minutes are gone here in Miami. Second of 3 games on this final day of the round of 32. Colombia and Ghana coming your way later on the channel at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Earlier today, a penalty shootout won by Egypt over Australia. Argentina on the ball, attacking from our left to our right. And with those famous shirts with the sky blue and white vertical stripes, black numbers on the front and back, with white shorts and white socks. Ball slid back to the right of the center circle, and across the halfway line with it comes Christian Romero before he plays it forward, and now they get into some open space on this near channel with DePaul. DePaul then cuts to the inside of DeRoy Dart, then back to the top of the circle, and now ladled off on the far left-hand side where it's run down by Facundo Medina. Medina to the top left corner of the penalty area. Almada plays it back. Now the ball diagonaled from left to right. It misses the target, Medina. It's intercepted by Jovan Cabral, and Cabral is able to get a pass forward up the left-hand side where it's raced to by Sidney Lopes. Brawl, and Brawl into traffic on the left-hand side, has it stripped off his boot by Thiago Almada, and Argentina get back in possession. Obviously, we know Cape Verde, if they're going to score tonight, it is a high likelihood that it will either come on a counter, where they can get numbers forward with Argentina pressing, or off a set piece, or off an Argentina mistake in the back, as Messi threads the ball up the right-hand side. Noel Molina was the target. He shoves down Dine, who was able to get back to shepherd it out of play. Of course, that's how they scored their 2 goals in the group stage, Cape Verde. One was off a mistake in the back from Uruguay. The other was off the set piece. That thunderbolt goal scored by Kevin Pina from well out. Flexed into the middle of the field for Jovan Cabral, and he gets pulled down from his shoulders in the center circle. Foul is called as we work the 10th minute. The Blue Sharks from Cape Verde, what a story they have been. There's all this talk about how when they qualified for the World Cup, they had already won. Then when they drew against Spain, it was a win. Then when they got out of the group stage, a win of epic proportions. Now here they are in the knockout round as a forward ball misses Nuno da Costa, who is making a run on the inside right channel. Rolls to be picked up by Emi Martinez. And Argentina can begin forward again with the number 20 Alexis McAllister, who plays at Liverpool. Twice a goal scorer in the Premier League last season with the Liverpool club that struggled more than people would have expected. Messi in the center circle with a left-footed grounded pass right up the middle. Extra pass made. It was behind Lautaro Martinez. Picked out and cleared by the Cape Verde defense as far as Lisandro Martinez on the halfway line left of the circle. Ahead for Alexis McAllister, then up the far channel for Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez closed in on by LaRoche Duarte. Now up this left channel, handled again by McAllister. Once again, no Julian Alvarez in the starting lineup for Argentina. Has not been a main fixture in Lionel Scaloni's starting 11 in this tournament. Messi with a flipped pass back on the near touch line. That Rodrigo de Paul will then send all the way back to Emi Martinez of Aston Villa. Born in Mar del Plata. Has only allowed the one goal so far in this World Cup. You saw the bracket earlier, and it really shapes up well for Argentina as here they are towards the final third from the left of the penalty area. Enzo Fernandez tried to cut it back, easily picked out by Kevin Pina. And Cape Verde will attempt to clear, and doing so up the far side is Steven Moreira. Moreira was able to locate a blue shirt cracking forward, and a foul is committed by Argentina. And it'll be a Cape Verde free kick just inside the halfway line. Actually, they've ruled it a throw. No foul was called, just out of play off of an Argentina shirt. So the throw in back into the Cape Verde half. Dine sends it over the top, up the middle. Not the first time they've looked for that run up the middle from Nuno da Costa, but it's caught on a one-hop by Emi Martinez. 12 minutes complete. Feeling out process continues here. As we said, Lionel Messi's new home here in Miami, and he's made it a very nice home with his efforts at Inter Miami in Major League Soccer, where he has scored 62 goals in 67 MLS appearances with Inter Miami. Just a ridiculous number, almost as ridiculous as the number of goals he scored for the Argentina national team, which of course is a massive number of now 123 goals in 202 caps for the national team. It's held by the center back here and placed forward by Christian Romero into some traffic. It pinballed around right back to Romero, who then will hook it into the Argentina half of the field for Lisandro Martinez. Again, Egypt, the winner earlier today over Australia. That's who awaits the winner of this match to play a round of 16 game in Atlanta, Georgia next Tuesday. Noel Molina on the right-hand side for Christian Romero. Now Molina again. Leaves it on this near touchline, Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul backpedaling to the halfway line. Good shape here by the Cape Verde defense, and so far doing well to keep any high-danger chances from being created from Argentina to this point. Now they progress forward towards the final third from the left of the penalty area. It's sent back to Enzo Fernandez. Then for Rodrigo de Paul. Takes a couple of steps forward before dropping it back off to his right. Lisandro Martinez looks to his left, looks to his right, keeps a dribble alive, plays it off to DePaul. The return for Martinez, who then gave it to the top of the circle for Christian Romero. Then back on the inside left channel, Rodrigo DePaul gets it ahead for the number 24, Enzo Fernandez. He'll turn his way back. Now a ball sent towards the penalty area on the left-hand side. They try to find Messi. They do, and Messi shot with the left foot is turned across the face of goal, and it rolls wide of Vozinha. A very patient build-up there from Argentina, and eventually they got what they always want, which is a chance for Messi. And Messi misses. shooting for the far
Matthew,
post of Vozinha. JT is with us tonight. There he is.
hello. It has just been reported that England versus Mexico will remain at 1 a.m. UK time. We don't actually know, so we can confirm, someone's confirmed that FIFA have confirmed that there's no confirmation the England game rescheduled is confirmed yet, so we're waiting the confirmation to confirm. We may have just had that confirmation.
I've been saying the whole day that it will not move. Fox will not let it.
That was a lot of confirmation in that sentence for me.
$500 million they paid for rights of this World Cup, and they know what a Mexico-England primetime Sunday night game on a holiday weekend can do. They weren't giving that up. American TV, folks. It's a hard wall to take down.
Have you seen who the honorary race official for the Euro 400 is?
Oh, yes, I have. Bugs Bunny, for goodness sakes. Here's DePaul sending a ball up the right-hand side for Noel Molina. Molina then plays it back to the halfway line. Christian Romero. Romero holding on his right foot, drags it back to the halfway line. Lisandro Martinez steps forward, zigzags to his left, lays it out wide on that far left side. Now it's played forward up the far touchline, now into the penalty area from the left. Enzo Fernandez, he holds, cranks it back outside the box. Thiago Almada spinning, trying to get to the outside of LaRoche Duarte. He does. Centered ball for Messi, clattered into by Jovan Cabral. That's a foul. It'll be a free kick for Argentina from a dangerous area. Jovan Cabral with the foul. And a free kick for Argentina coming here. 17th minute. It will be just a couple of yards beyond the D, left of center. And Messi, who scored on a beautiful goal direct from a free kick against Jordan in their last group game, will try to do it again. Argentina fans up to their feet as Messi will relace the boots and get ready to make some more Messi magic. Would he become the first man to ever score, the first person to ever score 20 FIFA World Cup goals? He's at 19, which is the most by any man. It's the most by any human in a FIFA World Cup. And he has scored in 7 straight World Cup games, which is just incredible. And he scored or assisted on 6 of their 8 goals so far in this tournament. So, again, 25, maybe a few inside, 25 yards from goal, left of center. Lionel Messi looks towards goal against the internet sensation Vozinha. Messi left-footed, goes for goal, and Vozinha makes the save, his 11th of the tournament. He denies Messi, and then he sends the ball long up the right-hand side, but it drifts away from his intended target, Ryan Minge. Well, what do you know about that? 40-year-old Vozinha making the save on the 38-year-old, now 39-year-old Lionel Messi.
What can this guy not do?
Just incredible,
He's got into the round of 32. He's gone viral on Instagram. And now he's saved for Messi.
Sent up the right-hand side, touched along to Messi by Molina, and Vozinha comes up off his line, scoops that away. Okay. Vozinha's in the mood, and Cape Verde doing what I think everyone thought would be their only chance to win this game, was to just play as hard-nosed defensively as they possibly could, as Vozinha fakes a long ball, gets Lautaro Martinez to bite, then he drags it out to his left for Dine, and they'll try to play from the back here. They've got to be so very careful doing that against the skill of Argentina, but they've done so as it sprinted to the halfway line on the left-hand side and then darted over to Sidney Lopes Cabral. Here's Cabral feeding the inside left channel. Steven Moreira tries to turn it back. It's intercepted. Argentina's back away with it across the halfway line on the right-hand side. Rodrigo de Paul plays it back to Alexis McAllister in the circle. He'll drag it out wide on the left. Enzo Fernandez. We work the 20th minute. And Cape Verde have kept Argentina from scoring through the first 20. Messi plays it back to the halfway line again. Christian Romero. Out wide on the right-hand side, Thiago Almada. Turned back by DeRoy Duarte. Near right touchline. Handled by Noel Molina. Molina will put it on the ground to Messi in the center circle. He'll trot forward with those small steps that Messi always makes. Now helped along to the left-hand side of the penalty area. Dragged back, cut to the top of the box, was intercepted, and ran back to the halfway line by Kevin Pina. Pina to the halfway line. Rolls it out to his right. Now Laroche Duarte forwards it. Jovan Cabral turns back, looks for space. Cape Verde some possession here. Left-hand touchline, Sidney Lopes Cabral. Looks to his left, cuts back quickly to the right, drops it off. DeRoy Duarte. Duarte lays it along to his right. João Paulo plays professionally in Romania. Some players on this Cape Verde squad that might be winning themselves some more lucrative contracts from bigger clubs through their performances in this World Cup. Now starting to be pushed back a bit by Argentina. Diné's all the way back in his own final third. Now they try to progress forward a little bit more. Ryan Minge in the center circle. Oh boy, he's got a nice ball to the left-hand side in space that Sidney Lopes Cabral just could not settle down. That was better from Cape Verde and more aggressive at that. And you would have thought Cabral would have done a little bit better on that ball to try to keep steam rolling up the left-hand side. Argentina's throw-in on the near touchline is gone out, and they've just given it right back to Cape Verde. Throw of their own. So Pico in the back, plays it out to the right-hand side, back into the middle, Laroche Duarte. Now Pico to the center back, João Paulo. And they're playing a lot up this left-hand side, more on the near left than they are on the far right-hand side. DeRoy Duarte forks it back into the middle, gets it back from Laroche Duarte. Now back to the edge of their own penalty area. Diné out to his right. So we approach the midway point of this first half. Ball up the far flank is intercepted by Facundo Medina. Argentina back in possession for the first time in a bit. Forward ball, Messi knocked off his boot, then chipped back towards him. Messi into the penalty area right up the middle, and it's taken away from him. João Paulo comes to the rescue defensively, and then was able to progress a pass forward for Nuno da Costa. Knocked off his boot, recovered by Kevin Pina. Pina's racing forward, across the halfway line of the inside right channel. Applies the brakes and waits for some more Blue Sharks to arrive. Lays it out wide on the right-hand side. Steven Moreira. Far flank. Touched on back to the Cape Verde half. Now right on the kickoff spot. DeRoy Duarte. Up the middle for Jovan Cabral. 40 yards from goal, he lays it out to his left. Sidney Lopes Cabral loses it with a heavy touch, and Rodrigo de Paul says thank you very much. And Argentina are back on the ball with Enzo Fernandez. Turning it back to the edge of his penalty area. Rodrigo de Paul calmly will roll it forward, and here comes Argentina beginning the pilgrimage back upfield. De Paul with an upfield ball. Messi up the right-hand side. Fake zigging to his left and then zags out to his right. Forwards it up the near touchline. It's taken away by Sidney Lopes Cabral. Gets a pass off for DeRoy Duarte. Messi pressurizes. Cape Verde very patiently trying to build from the back here. Now Diné will finally crank it out to the middle of the field at the halfway line. We're getting taken down, and the battle for the ball was Nuno da Costa by Christian Romero. There was no foul. Loose ball scoop by Lisandro Martinez. Top of the circle, Enzo Fernandez. And now Argentina will start again. Here's a diagonal ball sent to the right-hand side. Molina does well to chest it down. Feathery pass for De Paul. Right-footed cross into the area, headed away. Up in the air, it'll drop out of play for what will be an Argentina throw, but that should lead to our hydration break here as we're in the 25th minute. Hydration breaks, of course, a big talking point of this World Cup, but comes into play tonight with all the humidity. 75% humidity here on an 88-degree night in Miami. So a quarter of the way through this round of 32 match. 0-0 still between Argentina and Cape Verde. And JT, just the start that Cape Verde could have wanted. The worst thing that could have happened to them was getting down right from the outset.
They've kept them at bay for the first 25 minutes. So they must be doing something right. Or Argentina were doing something wrong. But I completely forgot that for Messi, this is literally his home game.
Yeah.
Like, it's not often that you actually have a proper, oh, I've just been given a red card by a fan in stands, so that's me off the broadcast. Goodbye. For context, of a fan was showing a red card to the TV picture, to the TV camera.
Well, now you know good well we didn't get that
feed.
because we're getting commercials.
Yeah. Hold on, let me show you what I just saw. Ready?
JT, our producer behind the scenes, for those folks that may be new around here. Oh, there's a blue shark flag. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Very good.
Yes.
26:45 my clock there, JT.
Oh, I've gone way too forward.
Argentina will have a throw-in.
You saw something there. No, you didn't.
Oh, well, I saw nothing. That's good. But I do love how...
Am I there or thereabouts?
Yes. As Argentina are set to throw back in for Noel Molina.
If you saw something when I fast forwarded a bit too much, no, you didn't.
Well, thankfully I didn't. As Molina throws in for the right of the penalty area, we get back underway. Molina gets it on this right channel from Alexis McAllister, plays a ball into the middle that was behind Lautaro Martinez. And here's Argentina trying to press forward here against this Cape Verde resistance. It's been good through a quarter of the way home so far. Right-hand side, Christian Romero out on the near channel. Noel Molina holds and looks for options back to his left. For Romero from the right of the center circle, now into the circle. Handled by Martinez, ball over the top, Messi breaking free, brings it down, Messi in on goal, he scores! And Argentina do get their breakthrough! Just inside the half-hour mark, Lionel Messi, that man again! Of course it is! It's 1-0 to the world champions! He has scored yet again, and this one makes him the first person ever to score 20 career FIFA World Cup goals! It's his 7th of this World Cup! And the great man has done it yet again as he lifts it left-footed over the top of Vozinha. It's a brilliant, brilliant Messi finish. And it's like every Messi finish. As beautiful as a ladybug sunning itself on a lily pad on a misty spring day south of Savannah. 1-0 Argentina.
Was there a Savannah, Georgia mention in there, Matthew?
There was. Just for you.
Banana Ball just about to start between the Clowns and Coconuts in 20 minutes, and then at 8 p.m. Central, Firefighters, Bananas, and Party Animals, Texas Tailgaters, where the Bananas are, I believe, at the University of Iowa.
Wow. Play restarts.
In Kinnick Stadium.
Oh, yes, Kinnick. Good atmosphere, that. Ball out of play on the near side for Cape Verde throw. Messi scoring. He doesn't stop scoring. He's now at 124 career international goals. And this is 203rd cap. And now 20 World Cup goals for his career. We hit the half-hour mark, and Argentina are in front. And Cape Verde forced to chase the game now. Now, it was here in Miami that they were behind Uruguay. Came from behind to get a result in a 2-2 draw, as in the middle of the field it stabbed forward. Easily taken by Emi Martinez. But for an Argentina team that has only surrendered 2 shots on goal this entire tournament, Cape Verde have a very steep hill to climb. Kylian Mbappe is now 2 goals behind Lionel Messi in the all-time World Cup goal-scoring race. Mbappe in action tomorrow in Philadelphia here on the channel against Paraguay. Every game that Mbappe has scored a goal in this World Cup, he scored 2. As here's Messi up the right-hand side, stripped by Jovan Cabral. And Cape Verde try to get forward with it. Cabral drifts to his right and gets knocked down from behind. It's a foul by Noel Molina.
But yes, Matthew, now you see why I said if you saw
Yes.
something when I fast forwarded a little bit too much. No, you didn't.
I see what you're saying now. Thank you. Here's Cape Verde on the ball. On the left-hand side, Sidney Lopes Cabral cranks a ball into the penalty area, but there were no blue shirts close to that, and it whistles wide of Emi Martinez to his left for a goal kick. Well, they have done some unthinkable things in this tournament, Cape Verde. Beating Argentina was already unthinkable enough, but having to come from behind to do it now seems, quite literally, as mission impossible. Christian Romero builds from the back for Argentina. Ball flipped forward towards Messi. Heads it back towards Enzo Fernandez, who directs it out wide on the left-hand side, then gets it back on the Argentina end of the center circle. Back for Messi on the right-hand side. Crosses the halfway line, patrols. He'll quarterback it to the right for Rodrigo de Paul. The return for Messi on a sharp-angled cut. And now he'll look back and feed the center circle. Lisandro Martinez. Some pressure comes from Nuno da Costa. Into the middle for Alexis McAllister. He's 50 yards from goal. Here's Messi now inside right channel, charging forward. Hands it off. Right of the penalty area, Molina, centered ball, edge of the D, taking a look towards goal Almada, switching from right foot to left, hands it off. Messi couldn't handle his pass. Cape Verde cleared away. Doing so is Jovan Cabral. Here's Cabral stepping forward, and then against the grain pass to his right in the center circle is taken off the boot of his target, LaRoche Duarte. Argentina ball. 34th minute. And a 1-0 Argentina lead here in Miami. Rodrigo de Paul will scramble it back into the center circle. Now it's handled from the right of the kickoff spot by Christian Romero. Later tonight here on the channel, Colombia against Ghana. Another South America versus Africa battle. And that is the last game in the round of 32. And then we'll have the full last 16 bracket set. Here's de Paul. He will crank a diagonal ball into the penalty area to the left. It's over the leaping Thiago Almada and out of play on the far side. There'll be a throw coming for Cape Verde. With that goal, also, Messi goes in front of Mbappe by 1 in the race for the Golden Boot, with a chance to draw further away as this night progresses. Again, Mbappe in France. On the channel tomorrow in Philadelphia in what will be scorching hot temperatures to play Paraguay. It's been scorching hot of late. Well, basically everywhere in this hemisphere, but France has been suffering a lot, and they'll be in some incredibly hot conditions tomorrow. Kickoff time, 5 p.m. Eastern. It is forecasted to be 98 degrees. come 5 o'clock Eastern tomorrow in Philadelphia. And, of course, earlier in this tournament, France was in a weather delay, and they could be tomorrow as well. Here's a lifted ball on the left-hand side of the penalty area, brought down by Thiago Almada. Almada to the top left corner of the box. Enzo Fernandez gets it, pressurized by two Blue Sharks around him. Forced to play it back towards the halfway line. Now in the center circle is Christian Romero. 10 minutes plus stoppage time left in this first half. Ball is ladled up the right-hand side. The offside flag will surely go up for that. It does. It's very striking to look to my right. This is the first time that I can recall JT and I being together for an ITV game. Those ITV graphics, could they be any more bland? Which, I mean, the BBC's I didn't think was great, but ITV's is worse. There's no color, color coordination of the teams. There's no flag.
There's a small dash of color in between the name and the score.
That's just very uninspiring. Possession numbers just being handed to us, by the way.
ITV did actually use the world feed graphics. Well, they've stopped now.
Possession numbers just being handed to us. Argentina 58%, Cape Verde 38%. That's probably the possession numbers we came in anticipating. Cape Verde have it here in the back. And it's launched up the far side and off target from Nuno da Costa, but it's bounced out of play off of Facundo Medina, so it'll be a Cape Verde throw. Just very uninspiring graphics from both ITV and BBC. Of course, it's
same can be said about the USN graphics.
Same cannot be said about the USN graphics. Absolutely not. Very
because our graphics can do this.
And of course, our graphics are colorful. They include country flags. Here's Cape Verde towards the final third here. Steven Moreira, right of the penalty area, trying to tiptoe away from Almada. He does, and then I don't know if he was trying to cross or shoot, but nonetheless, it's gone over the goal for a goal kick. Well, again, the thing you hear all the time in this sport, it only takes one moment. As long as Cape Verde can keep it where it is now, keep Argentina within arm's distance, only take one moment for them to stun the entire world. But they haven't had much of the ball. As on the right-hand side, running out of room is Molina, and he did not keep it in play. It'll be a throw-in from the halfway line on the near side. Sidney Lopes Cabral for Cape Verde. Tosses in. Back to Dine. Dine, who scored twice in the UAE Pro League last season with Albatea. Up the right-hand side for Kevin Pina. Pina plays it out wide on the right. Then it could be chipped on back to Steven Moreira. Middle of the field, LaRoche Duarte. Duarte's been able to knife one forward. He found DeRoy Duarte. Then to the far touchline for Ryan Minge, wearing the captain's armband for Cape Verde. Reversed it back to the halfway line. Then diagonaled on for LaRoche Duarte. He has it challenged off of his boot, but still the Blue Sharks get on it. Jovan Cabral cuts to the middle of the field. He's 40 yards from goal. Drags a nice pass into the penalty area from the right, and it's crossed all the way across by Duarte. Comes to Cabral. Cabral to the top left corner of the penalty area. Ryan Minge then sends it across, and it's hooked away by Noel Molina. Well placed. Ball lands on the far side where it's headed long by Pico. Brought back down by Almada. Lands in the center circle, but there's a foul going against Cape Verde here. 40th minute. And Cape Verde with a couple of passes in the final third there to try to break down the Argentina defense. Argentina will start again. Moving from our left to our right as you listen. The sky blue and white shirts that are so very famous with the black numbers front and back. White socks, the apparel for the world champions here. As we are just about to come towards the end of the 40th minute, Rodrigo de Paul has it. The halfway line, slots it forward, and gets it back on a return from Noel Molina. Now charging forward here a bit, more aggressively is de Paul, trying to charge his way past two Blue Sharks. Good challenge by Cape Verde. LaRoche Duarte with a takeaway, grabbed back by Enzo Fernandez. Flared out to his left. Reload for Alexis McAllister. Lays it out to his right, Noel Molina. Top right corner of the penalty area. Centered ball could be squared back to him. Molina plays it back towards the halfway line. Christian Romero. Romero flexes it along. Lisandro Martinez. Back this way to the right, Thiago Almada. Almada towards de Paul, right of the D. Rodrigo de Paul on his right foot, looked towards goal, then instead crossed it. Deflected off Enzo Fernandez, edge of the area. It's Messi trying to split through two. And we've got a whistle to blow play dead. The offside flag is up on the near side. So Cape Verde get a free kick. And we'll restart play. And up the left touchline, it's sent long towards Cabral. He brought it down and then tried to stake it into the middle of traffic, taken away by the Argentina defense, and in the end a foul on DeRoy Duarte. As the rain has started to fall here in Miami, we knew that was a possibility tonight. Listen, when you're in South Florida, it's always a possibility, especially this time of year. Towards the end of this first half, 1-0 lead Argentina. Lionel Messi with the goal. As if you were surprised to hear that. Enzo Fernandez starts it back upfield for Argentina. Some pressure from Cape Verde as it's played all the way back to Emi Martinez. Martinez rolls it out to his right, Christian Romero. Forwards for Noel Molina. Molina closed in on by Sidney Lopes Cabral. It's one touch for Messi, and he is tossed down to the ground by Dine. That's a foul. Free kick for Argentina in their own half. And it's sent long immediately off the free kick, and off his line, Vozinha has come all the way out to the left side of the penalty area to collapse on top of it. Keeping it away from the charging on Lautaro Martinez. At the end of the 43rd minute, Argentina up 1-0 on Cape Verde at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Second game of 3 today. Earlier it was Egypt in a penalty shootout, knocking out the Socceroos from Australia. And tomorrow starts the last 16 round. And from here on out, he said, crossing fingers and knocking wood. Here on out, we anticipate bringing you every game left in this FIFA World Cup here on USN.
Uh-oh, he said it now. That means it has to happen.
Yeah, it means some kind of technical's got to happen. It nearly happened to me, to the two of us, moments before getting on air tonight. Round of 16 starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Canada and Morocco. That's in Houston, Texas. Here's Argentina left of the penalty area. Thiago Almada plays it back, gets it on a return. Almada then for Enzo Fernandez. Cape Verde forces him back a bit. Lisandro Martinez left of the center circle. We're into the 45th minute. Shouldn't be too much stoppage time at all. Probably just 4, maybe 5. But there hasn't been many stoppages. Ball rolled up the middle towards Messi. It deflects to the top of the box for a shot that's parried away by Vozinha. Comes back to the right touchline for Noel Molina. Then hands it off for Messi. Messi from the right of the penalty area on his left foot. He'll chip it back. Rodrigo de Paul. Then on for Christian Romero. To the top of the center circle for Lisandro Martinez. A reload for Argentina. Looking to snatch a goal late in the half to go up by 2. Left of the circle, Alexis McAllister. Then back for Christian Romero on this near side. Rodrigo de Paul, right channel. Clock about to strike 45 minutes. We'll see how much time is added on. It will be 4 minutes. And here's a diagonal ball cranked from left to right towards the area, and it splits and goes right by Messi and Molina, who were basically in the same area, out for a goal kick. The delivery by Enzo Fernandez, unattainable. It was Fernandez who took that shot a moment ago that led to the Vozinha save. 12 saves now in this tournament from Vozinha, who sends it long up the middle. It drops back down for Lisandro Martinez, who's quickly back into the final third, but now reverting back to the halfway line is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo, who was voted the young player of the 2022 World Cup, got that award. Out wide on the right-hand side, Noel Molina cuts further to the inside, lays it off right of the box. Rodrigo de Paul back to Molina. They're just pressing here. They want one right before the half to really shatter the hearts of their opposition here. It's back to Enzo Fernandez again. He'll roll it to the left-hand side. Lisandro Martinez. Enzo Fernandez ahead for Messi. Charged onto by the defensive João Paulo. Now Messi gets it back, scoops it in left of the area, defended away by Steven Moreira. Not very far out, though. Messi, edge of the D, poked away by Dine. And rescued out to safety by Jovan Cabral. Argentina's back on the ball, however. Lautaro Martinez, the recovery time was quick. Martinez loses it on a heavy touch. Sidney Lopes Cabral came over to take it away, and he got stepped on and fouled. Yeah, just collision there between Messi and Cabral. Halfway through the 4 minutes that were added on as Cape Verde restart play. Halfway line near left side, DeRoy Duarte plays it all the way across the circle on the right. Pico at the halfway line, right dead on it. Drops it for Dine. Dine out to his left. DeRoy Duarte, who played on youth teams for the Netherlands, now in his 37th cap with the national team of Cape Verde, lifts it back to the right-hand side for Pico, who was born in Crumlin, Ireland. Up the far side, it's poked along for LaRoche Duarte. He'll get to this ball before Lisandro Martinez, but he's shouldered off of it by Facundo Medina. Argentina on the takeaway, have right around a minute left in this half. There's been no stoppages here in the stoppage time. Rodrigo de Paul cut off by Nuno da Costa. Forced back to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez not looking overly anxious to get forward. It's to Messi in the center circle now, right on the kickoff spot. Jovan Cabral fronts him defensively. Laid back out on the right. Christian Romero to Enzo Fernandez. Inside left channel, Thiago Almada. And only about half a minute to go now in this half. And it does seem as if Argentina, who were pressing at the end of this half to try to go up by 2, might be ready to get into the locker room here. Head to halftime with their 1-goal advantage, as it's just a bunch of holding up play in the midfield here. Romero back into the circle for Lisandro Martinez. Waiting for our Canadian referee to blow the halftime whistle. Should do any moment now. Romero back into the circle. And gets it back on a return. And there's the halftime whistle. Lionel Messi doing what Lionel Messi does. In the 29th minute, his 20th career World Cup goal. Beating Vozinha and putting Argentina ahead of Cape Verde. Halftime here in Miami. Argentina 1 and Cape Verde 0 in this round of 32 knockout round game at the FIFA World Cup. Cape Verde will be forced to come from behind if they're to keep this magic carpet ride going. It won't be easy, but nothing was supposed to be easy in this World Cup for Cabo Verde. Halftime thoughts from the one and only JT.
Is this JT Waffles or are you staying?
No, I'm still here. No reason to be brought back yet.
Okay. Uh, Matthew,
JT.
it's time for JT says something funny. We get Matthew Owens reaction live on the stream time. So I'll get that graphic away so you can press the button. As I have we're just gonna completely we're just gonna completely ignore the clock that's still ticking at 50 minutes and 35 seconds. But the team talk of Cape Verde has been leaked, and I've just read what the head coach is going to say to his players at half time. Yeah, I know. Interesting, right? It reads, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
It's like I just heard. It's like I just heard Shakespeare.
And
right here in the flesh.
Cape Verde head coach also saying, you better not lose yourself in this game.
It's like the Gettysburg Address. Incredible.
That was bad, I know, and we've dropped 10. We've dropped 10 viewers into that. Anyway, I'm gonna hit some buttons, Matthew, because you might be glad to know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 graphics to get through.
Good lord. It'll be the second half will kick off by the time we get through these. All right, let's roll.
So we're going to be here for some time. Let's go.
Coming up on the channel later tonight, Colombia, Ghana in the last of the round of 32 matches. Seth Eves on the call for you. That is tonight, by the way, not tomorrow at 9:30. That is indeed tonight.
Now, this is what happens when you know what happened.
Oh, I know what happened.
The broadcast. This is what happens when you call someone and it takes longer than expected, so you have less time to do all the graphics. There you go. You're welcome. Next graphic.
See, and we thought that'd be the craziest thing that happened to us before we went on, but it was not. So Colombia and Ghana tonight.
And then your computer said no.
Yeah, indeed. Round of 16 starts tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Houston, Texas, Canada, and Morocco. Will the carnival continue for Canada, or will Morocco make a second straight World Cup quarterfinal? Both won thrilling round of 32 games. That is followed by France and Paraguay in Philadelphia, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Scorching Philadelphia.
That's meant to say tomorrow. Incredible.
Well, you know. So Paraguay and France coming your way in 22
This is going so well, isn't
hours. It? 22 hours from now. We'll see Mbappe and Paraguay, who, of course, knocked off Germany in the round of 32. They'll try to come up with another big upset.
So that's 2 mistakes. How many are we going to have?
How many more can we come up with? Now, I suppose these kickoff times could be arbitrary, according to who you talk to. But at the current moment...
do not worry. I've got something lined up in the next graphic.
But at the current moment, Sunday at 4, we're scheduled for Brazil and Norway on the 5th of July, which was, day 2 of American independence. That's in East Rutherford, New Jersey, at 4 o'clock on Sunday. Then at 6 o'clock, weather permitting, NASCAR Cup Series making its return to the Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois. For the first time since 2019, they'll run the Euro 400. Coverage is scheduled to start at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, here we go. Because scheduled to start at 8. Scheduled to start at 8, but no one knows right now. Mexico and England from the Estadio Azteca on Sunday night would be an absolute
There's
Dream.
been a change in kickoff time, but for who? Matthew Owens.
I don't know, Jeff. But I can tell you I have been paying very close attention to this because this is sports media gold. This is just fodder for all of us people that love sports media drama. With the BBC so obviously wants it to be in prime time in England, but Fox here in America, who paid $500 million for rights for this World Cup, they want it to be on a holiday weekend Sunday night because Mexico is their second biggest draw and England is probably their third or fourth biggest draw. They want that to stay at night. And I'm just going to guess whoever pays the most money is probably going to come out on top of that Fox versus BBC battle. They're saying it's because of rain, folks. They're saying because of thunderstorms. Thunderstorm chances start in Mexico City Sunday at noon. So moving it would be a fool's errand. Anyway,
BBC versus America once again. Who would have thought? Moving on.
Moving on to Monday action at 3 p.m. How about this Iberian battle? Portugal and Spain.
This is going to be an incredible game.
Well, they played to a remarkable 3-3 draw 2 World Cups ago in 2018 in the group stage. Now they play in a knockout round game. Portugal off the thrilling win over Croatia. Spain, who never even really had to get out of second gear yesterday to beat Austria.
That wasn't controversial, was it?
No, it was not. Then later Monday night, the United States and Belgium in Seattle. Of course, the U.S. without Flo Balogun confirmed today that his ban will be for just the one game for his red card against Bosnia and Herzegovina. The U.S. and Belgium, they met up in the round of 16.
Because that wasn't controversial, was it?
Right. They met up in the round of 16 in 2014. Belgium won in extra time. It's another round of 16 tie between those two on Monday. Then on Tuesday...
This is where I had to get a little bit creative with the graphics.
I bet you did.
We have...
Tuesday at noon, Egypt into the round of 16 for the first time ever. They play the winner of this Argentina and Cape Verde game. That's at noon Eastern. Next Tuesday, the game will be in Atlanta. And then later that day at 4 in Vancouver, British Columbia, Switzerland plays the winner of the game later tonight between Ghana and Colombia.
Now this is where it gets really interesting.
Wow, he keeps going with quarterfinal action beginning Thursday. 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, yes. The winner of France-Paraguay against the winner of Canada-Morocco. That game will be in Foxborough, Massachusetts. I'm assuming he carried on to the Friday quarterfinal. Yes, he did. At 3 p.m. Eastern Time in Los Angeles, the United States or Belgium to play Spain or Portugal. Then the last 2 quarterfinals are both on Saturday, July the 11th. At 5 p.m. Eastern Time in Miami, Brazil-Norway, again, the Brazil-Norway winner against the Mexico-England winner. And then at 9 o'clock in Kansas City.
This is where it gets really interesting.
In Kansas City, it is any of the 3 teams on the left against any of the 3 teams on the right.
And no, I did not do semi-final.
Thank Christ. Heck, I'm surprised you just didn't follow that up with next Sunday. NASCAR. Or next Sunday night, NASCAR in Atlanta. But anyway.
There's going to be a time coming up, Matthew. I'm going to have to get WNBA baseline and coming up sorted.
But that's all that's coming up. That's a wide encompassing coming up graphic run through. But
wait, hold on. I'm going to hold it right there. If you want to talk about this game in a more thrilling, I don't know how, but hold on, I'm working on something. When is this? Tuesday, July 14th, because you have to have the month first, not the date.
Yeah. Well, that's the right way of doing it.
It's the wrong way of doing it.
No, well, that's why we want independence from you lot, because day before month is stupid.
Don't make me get the triangle graphic up, Owens. Yep. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yes, indeed. First semifinal, Tuesday, July 14th. We've got 11 days out for these graphics. Indeed. Someone 1 versus someone 2.
No. That is World Cup graphic 14, by the way. If you wanted to know. And then this is... There you go.
I'm surprised you haven't made one yet for Wednesday, September 9th, the NFL kickoff game, New England and Seattle.
And then no one's confirmed for the third place match yet, so I can't do that.
No. Oh, yeah, so then the final, Saturday, July 19th. And also on that night, NASCAR at North Wilkesboro, the Window World 450. Thank God it's a night race.
I'm gonna do something here, which is gonna be thrilling.
We are moments away from getting the second half kicked off, by the way.
Have you skipped forward?
Absolutely, I have.
Okay.
We're just opening up the... We're just unveiling the curtain. No one pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
No one pay attention to the frantic typing that I'm doing.
Oh, God. Jesus. Good God. Let's get the second half started before we just...
Hold on, let me take those graphics away before it bugs out on your side. There we go.
Thank you. Second half set to kick off.
What a crazy halftime. I should probably reset the clock.
You might want to. Or people will come on thinking, how much stoppage time is in this first half?
It's at 62 minutes.
Plus 17 in the first half, please. Get plus 17 in the first half, then, like, all hell is broken loose. People have lost limbs from injury time in that first half.
25 people watched that halftime.
Well, let's see, 25 people are probably thinking, would you get on with it, please? But anyway.
Did you see who was fastest in NASCAR Cup Series practice?
I did not.
Riley Hurst.
Wow. All right, let's get the second half kicked off. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
With a 62-minute, 49-second clock.
Good Lord, have you not reset it yet? No,
yep.
There it is.
And then, ready? Bang.
Bang. Argentina will kick us off. As the countdown clock going on in the stadium, down to 3, 2, and then 1, and the second half underway here in South Florida. Argentina trying to hold on to their 1-goal lead given to them in the 29th minute from Lionel Messi. As Enzo Fernandez sweeps the ball up the left touchline immediately, they progress forward with Thiago Almada before dropping back for Enzo Fernandez to the halfway line. Lisandro Martinez now out to the right-hand side. It's forced forward by Christian Romero, who gets it back on a return. All the way back to Emi Martinez, who's out of his penalty area here. Through that first half, the possession number that we are being given is 64% possession for Argentina. If you are a person that likes to look at the XG, the expected goals for Argentina is less than half, 0.41.
This graphic is incredible, Matthew.
4 attempts at goal does Argentina, 3 on target. What graphic is incredible now? What have I missed?
Don't go on the orbit yet, because I'm still cooking it up.
It's fine. Argentina with the ball here, just inside the attacking half, where Christian Romero flares it out to the right. Now Messi for Thiago Almada. hits the brakes from the right of the penalty area, trying to twist and turn his way past João Paulo, who stands his ground, and then the back pass is off target, and it goes out of play. It's a turnover by Argentina, and it'll be Molina who misplayed it, and Cape Verde on the throw has it with Kevin Pina. By the way, that was that was Lionel Messi's first ever goal against Cape Verde, as you may have guessed. That is,
I would expect it will be. It would have been.
Yeah, that was the 44th nation that Lionel Messi has scored against in international play. Here's a ball over the top of the right-hand side that Moreira might be able to run down. He has. Steven Moreira right of the penalty area. Cuts it back towards the spot. That pass was a bit too hot to handle. And Argentina deal with it defensively as it could not be handled by Nuno da Costa. Out of play in front of the Cape Verde technical area. Yeah, of his career international goals, Messi, which is now at 124, he scored them against 44 different countries and 72 different goalkeepers. Left of the area, crossed by Sidney Lopes Cabral, was blocked. It's out. It'll be a Cape Verde corner, their first of the match.
Just to put that into perspective, NATO has 32 countries.
Wow. There you go. And that's not a Brazilian soccer player, NATO. NATOinha. From the far flag.
Thank you for that one.
Sidney Lopes Cabral will deliver. Big run-up, left-footed, crosses in. Defensive header away by Argentina, lands top of the box. Cape Verde still with it, and a long-range attempt at goal is wildly off target from Jovan Cabral. It's well high and wide. We did say earlier, ooh, that took a deflection off the right foot of DePaul. That should be another corner, and it is. Referee spotted the deflection, so another corner for Cape Verde. We said earlier, perhaps their best chance to score, if they're going to score tonight, Cape Verde, in all likelihood it'll be from a set piece. Cabral from the far flag delivers to the back post. Two Cape Verde players run into one another, and Argentina able to lift it up and away. LaRoche Duarte sends it back forward. Long-range right-footed attempt by Ryan Minge. Lifts way over the crossbar and into row 5 behind Emi Martinez. There's a Cape Verde player down in the penalty area. That's Jovan Cabral, who went flying over the top of Rodrigo DePaul.
I'm always impressed by your ability to quickly count rows in stands.
Cape Verde win possession back quickly. All the way back to Vozinha it goes. And they'll try to start from the back here. Now it's dinked over the top to the halfway line. Nuno da Costa couldn't pull it down cleanly. Argentina get possession back. 50 minutes have been played. Left-hand side, Facundo Medina. Inside left channel, Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez trotting with the ball and then sending it back to the halfway line, left of the center circle, Lisandro Martinez. Out to his right, some pressure comes defensively from Nuno da Costa. 1-0 Argentina, as you see. No halftime substitutes from either Lionel Scaloni or Bubista. So still 5 subs can be made. Dragged all the way across by McAllister to Molina. First touch pass back towards the top of the center circle. Now it's Enzo Fernandez. Forked up the middle towards Messi. He gets tangled up. And Cape Verde with a takeaway. DeRoy Duarte. Accelerating up the left-hand side. He's across the halfway line here. Cape Verde trying to get forward here. DeRoy Duarte has it. Now to the halfway line for Dine. Dine looks to his right, reverts back to his left. Now on the far channel, it's Jovan Cabral. Cabral tries to forward one for Nuno da Costa, intercepted by Christian Romero. Up the far side by Noel Molina. Finds a sky blue and white shirt. It's Lautaro Martinez. Now it's shifted back all the way to Emi Martinez. A restart for Argentina, who are 1-0 ahead in this round of 32 game. Winner to play next Tuesday in Atlanta. And to do so against Egypt. Here's a ball over the top, and coming out and then back in was Vozinha, but it cannot be pulled down cleanly in the penalty area by Noel Molina. It's off his right boot and out for a goal kick. Vozinha got caught in no man's land. He started off his line and then backpedaled. He was indecisive, and thankfully for him and Cape Verde, Molina could not handle it. Now as they start to pull forward again, Steven Moreira got tripped up and fouled by Almada. Cape Verde restart play quickly and pushed back up the left-hand side as they were trying to go forward. Now they will go over the top up the far flank for Nuno da Costa. Hooked away from him by Lisandro Martinez out of play. Will be a Cape Verde throw. Thrown in for De Roy Duarte. Plays in Hungary at Ludogorets. Originally from Rotterdam in the Netherlands. Around the horn they work it on the right-hand side for Minge. Ryan Minge, the captain, pops it right of the box for a cutback by Moreira that couldn't be handled. It lands edge of the D. Oh, and a shot on target from De Roy Duarte is smothered by Emi Martinez in the end, but there was, well, the best Cape Verde chance of the game. Left-footed strike, edge of the D. De Roy Duarte had the opportunity. Two goals in group play for Cape Verde. They both came here in Miami against Uruguay. One by Kevin Pina, the other by Elio Varela. Not in the starting 11 tonight. Argentina on the throw. Enzo Fernandez back to Lisandro Martinez. Halfway line left of the center circle. And Argentina will hold up play middle of the field here. They did start to get more aggressive towards the very end of that first half, Argentina, to try to pull away and extend their lead to 2-0. Weren't able to work one in past Vozinha after Messi's goal in the 29th. Flicked up the left-hand side, Thiago Almada. Almada working his way up this left channel. Has to force it back to the center circle for Lisandro Martinez. Pressurized by Nuno da Costa. Received on the right-hand side by Christian Romero. And now forwarded for Alexis McAllister. Ahead for Messi. First touch pass to the edge of the D. Trotting forward through traffic, Rodrigo de Paul lost it. Comes out edge of the D, Messi. Feeds it left side of the box, Fernandez. Left of the penalty area, Molina. Now Fernandez again. Tries to peel away from the defensive Minge. He has. Hands it off. First touch pass to Messi. Stripped of the ball. Cape Verde anxiously, desperately trying to clear. Cabral could not. Duarte will send it back to Vozinha. Messi pressurizes him. And a very heads-up play by Vozinha. He'll just kick it out of play on the far side. No reason to get fancy with it. With pressure right in front of him at the edge of his 6-yard box, particularly from the man who was doing the pressuring. Argentina throw. What I was building up to is they were getting aggressive towards the end of the half, because even Argentina knows, as much as they well may be in full command of this game, as the ball is slowly sent back towards Emi Martinez, he'll get rid of it middle of the field, taken away by João Paulo. As much as it might seem that Argentina's in full command of this game, it only takes one magical moment for Cape Verde to get back in this game. We're in the 56th minute, and Cape Verde are on the ball in their deep blue shirts with white numbers and white nameplates, attacking in this second half from our left to our right. Sprayed ball to the right-hand side, Pico. Angles it back on the near channel for Moreira. Moreira loses it. Argentina win possession back. Moreira nearly got it back. He does. No foul called. Through some contact, Moreira centers it. De Roy Duarte. Then for João Paulo. And sent back to the center circle. Handled by Pico. Pico pokes it up the right-hand side. No one's there to get on the end of it. It will roll out wide of Emi Martinez to his left. Goal kick coming. Duarte with that Left-footed shot made it into Emi Martinez, and he reacted a little bit late. Might have been screened by one of his teammates on that. It's the best chance that Cape Verde has had. 57 minutes complete. 1-0 lead Argentina. And with the ball, the South Americans. Flared up the far right side. Ball played towards the edge of the box in the direction of Almada. Stabbed away from him. Taken by LaRoche Duarte. Tripped up just shy of the halfway line left of the center circle. And a foul is called. Romero with the foul. And Cape Verde back with the ball in play. Moreira splinters it forward, and it could be directed towards Da Costa, taken away by Argentina. Chipped ball in the center circle comes for Messi. Cape Verde with a takeaway. LaRoche Duarte back this way. João Paulo, forward ball, touched out wide by Da Costa. Near touchline, Moreira. Closing in on the hour mark here. And Cape Verde's had more of the ball here in this second half than they did in the first. LaRoche Duarte works it out wide on the left-hand side. Top left corner of the penalty area. Squared now for LaRoche Duarte again. Tried to flex it out wide to the right. An interception by Lautaro Martinez. Cape Verde a takeaway, though. They get it back with Moreira. Out wide on the right, Ryan Minge, the captain, sends a ball for DeRoy Duarte. Looks to go, he scored! Oh my gracious! DeRoy Duarte! It's astonishing! The Cinderella kids of this World Cup just do not know when to go away! They don't know when to quit! Cape Verde are level with Argentina! DeRoy Duarte with the moment of his life. This is staggering. The magic carpet ride has no signs of ending quite yet. DeRoy Duarte, his second career international goal through the legs of Lisandro Martinez and past Emi Martinez to his far post. It's 1-1. It's incredible. It's on the verge of impossible to believe. 1 hour played. Argentina won. Cape Verde won. Game on in Miami. There's just no way we're actually watching this. There is no way that we are watching these scenes actually play out in front of our eyes. Just impossible. But in the arena of sport and in a World Cup that just continues to shock the entire galaxy, one more big surprise for you. DeRoy Duarte, 1 day shy of turning 27 years old. And that score on the top of your screen is absolutely correct. Cape Verde has equalized. Play has restarted. And here's Messi with the ball entering the area from the right, taken away and cleared to the halfway line for Lisandro Martinez. JT, is this real? Is this real?
Wow. Incredible. What are we watching?
Ball into the area from the left, headed back by Medina to the top of the box and hooked out of danger. by Cape Verde. How many times have you heard me or anyone throughout this World Cup say it only takes one moment to change a game? Both teams are ready to make double substitutions here any moment now. Julian Alvarez is one of those for Argentina. I believe I also saw Nicolas Gonzalez. As this ball rolled forward and touchdown for Messi, charging in Messi, right-footed. Oh, what a save by Vozinha. The ball pinballs around, and out wide 2 is left. It'll be a corner. Vozinha again! Vozinha again!
That's an extra 10 million followers right there.
This is not real. This is not real stuff. Corner for Argentina. And now the double subs to be made by both teams. As I said, Julian Alvarez and Nicolas Gonzalez are the two coming on for Argentina. We'll see who they replace. Looks like Lautaro Martinez is walking off. So too is Thiago Almada. So Julian Alvarez, who's been dealing with an injury during this World Cup, he's on. Corner from the far flag, curled in. Vozinha catches confidently off Messi's delivery. And now all of the Argentina fans, all of the thousands upon thousands of them in this stadium tonight that came in thinking that this would be 4, 5, 6, 7-0. Now just hoping for survival, praying for survival. But ask Spain how hard it is to put away Cape Verde. Ask Uruguay. Ask Saudi Arabia. And then when you do that, ask Argentina how difficult it is to beat Saudi Arabia in a World Cup. Ball flicked into the middle of the field. Cabral got taken down. They play on. The ball taken by Alexis McAllister. We'll get you those Cape Verde substitutes in just a moment, as a World Feed graphic has not come on yet for me to see who they brought on.
I don't think they subbed Matthew.
Okay, not yet then. Messi spoon feeds the ball to the left. Nicolas Gonzalez cutting, trying to find an angle to cross. Drops it back for Facundo Medina. Knocked away from him. It falls for Nicolas Gonzalez. Square ball is 40 yards away from goal. Lisandro Martinez. Now ahead for Enzo Fernandez. Left of the penalty area. Molina turns it back. Fernandez. At the end of the 64th minute. Floated ball, switch to the right-hand side, Noel Molina. Molina squares it. Alexis McAllister on his right foot. He'll hoist it into the left side of the penalty area. Chested down by Gonzalez, directed to the top of the box. Cleared away by Cape Verde. 25 minutes plus stoppage time for someone to find a winner. Incredible scenes. Argentina ball. Enzo Fernandez inside left channel. On his right foot. Drags it into the middle. Taken by Alexis McAllister. McAllister sprays it out wide. Noel Molina again. Argentina searching for answers. And are they starting to panic now a bit? It's an equalizer that Cape Verde deserved. We talked about how much better they played out of the gates to start the second half. How much more of the ball they had. And it was Duarte who had that left-footed shot that Martinez just barely saved earlier in the half before he got this goal. Here's Molina out wide on the right. We are approaching the hydration break. Martinez chips the ball into the penalty area. Chested down by Gonzalez. Into the penalty spot. It could not be directed goalward by Julian Alvarez. Winds out to the left of Emi Martinez. Here come those double subs for Cape Verde. Jamiro Montero is coming on to replace LaRoche Duarte. And also Nuno da Costa is coming off And he's being replaced by 25-year-old Dallin Livramento, also born in Rotterdam. Played last season on loan at Casapia in Portugal. Not taking the hydration break, goal kick, Vozinha sends it long. Beyond anyone in the deep blue of Cape Verde, all the way back to Emi Martinez. Impossible to believe what we are seeing here in Miami. 66 positions separate these two teams in the FIFA World Rankings. Argentina's at the very top of them. Cape Verde is 67th. Here's Argentina building forward on the right-hand side, and they've gotten the ball to Messi, who's trotting up the middle, and he's been dragged down and fouled. And also a yellow card given to Kevin Pina. Pina with the foul, Pina with the yellow card. And it will gift Argentina a chance at a free kick, which you know Messi will be salivating at. First booking of the night. This is right square at goal, this free kick. As I mentioned earlier, Messi scored direct off a free kick against Jordan in their last game of group play. So this is looking square at goal, no angle. Just inside 30 yards away. Messi and Rodrigo De Paul are over it. We all know who's going to take it. Here goes Messi, left-footed. It's into the wall of Cape Verde, and the ball ricochets and caroms high into the air with a lot of backspin. Who picks it up on the near side? Jamiro Montero just came on, nearly did, but instead it comes to Alexis McAllister. Argentina are on the ball. Still have not had the hydration break as we just click over into the 70th minute. Here's DePaul. Flares out wide to the right. Turns it back this direction. Lisandro Martinez. Now the pressure of the moment is being felt by Argentina. This is house money stuff for Cape Verde. It's major pressure for Argentina. Ball chipped up the left-hand side long. Defended by Cape Verde, but not far enough. And out of danger. Nicolas Gonzalez has it. Tries to slot it edge of the D. That one's cleared away well. All the way back to Emi Martinez. Top of your screen, the score you see is not an error. It is 1-1 between Argentina and Cape Verde in the 70th minute of this World Cup knockout round game. Charging up the left-hand side, Enzo Fernandez handed it off. The return comes to him in deep to the end line. Enzo Fernandez, shouldering off a Cape Verde defender, squares a ball to the left of the D. Julian Alvarez backpedals out of traffic, hands it off. Lisandro Martinez, dinked over the top. Messi, defensive header away. Dine, hooked further out of danger. It comes out 30 yards from goal, and Argentina still with it. Not anymore. Yes, they are. Minge couldn't get rid of it. Handled instead by Nicolas Gonzalez. Gonzalez inward feed. Enzo Fernandez directs it out wide to the left. Nicolas Gonzalez again for Argentina. Turns it back. Enzo Fernandez shifts it back to the circle. Christian Romero flared out to Lisandro Martinez. Knocked back this way. Nicolas Gonzalez left of the penalty area. Tries to twirl it in. It came to Medina. Up top Messi searching for space. Tripped up and fouled. Left of the D by DeRoy Duarte. It'll be another Argentina free kick. This will be even closer than the last one was. DeRoy Duarte, the goal scorer, fouls Messi, topples over. And this free kick could not be much closer to the penalty area than it is. Left of the D. Is this the moment where Argentina will get their lead back? Vozinha has been otherworldly in this tournament. He has made a couple of saves on Messi tonight, including an incredible one earlier. He's going to have a shooting gallery coming at him here. Messi strikes left-footed. Vozinha stretches out, makes a sensational save, punches it out to the end line on the far side. Lisandro Martinez dueling along with Cabral. It's off Cabral and out for a corner. Oh my gracious! The 40-year-old just flying around. Corner for Argentina. From the far flag. Whipped in right-footed, curling out, header down, wide of the mark from Nicolas Gonzalez. And it could not be stabbed and kept in play on the end line. It's a goal kick. JT, how do you describe this? He came all the way across the face of goal, from right to his left, soaring through the sky.
This guy is not human. Victor Wembanyama might have some competition here.
He's 40 years old.
What is happening?
We're now going to get the hydration break. It's taken to the 74th minute to get to the hydration break, but we're there now. Impossible to believe. Listen to this. There's not an enormous gulf in shot attempts and shots on goal. Argentina has 9 attempts at goal. Cape Verde has 5. Argentina has 5 shots on goal. Cape Verde has 2. Listen to the amount of passes in the final third. Passes in the final third, Argentina 153. Cape Verde 30. It's a difference of 123.
And on the graphic that you see on your screen right now, yes, you read that right.
Could you even imagine the hearts that are in throats right now around Argentina?
I'm a neutral and the stress level is through the roof.
When play restarts, it will be with less than a quarter of an hour plus stoppage time to go. Possession. Argentina, 59%. Cape Verde, 34%.
Last time I checked, does that go up to
does
100?
Does not
No.
equal 100, no. Vozinha
Okay,
will have a goal kick out of the hydration break. And in every way I could possibly mean this phrase, once Vozinha strikes this ball to restart play, which will come just as we begin the 77th minute, and he's pushing everyone forward. Vozinha with a goal kick, and down the stretch we go in Miami. Alexis McAllister with a header in the center circle. Steven Moreira flicks it back forward. It drops for Jamiro Montero through traffic, and he gets folded over like a cheap yard sale chair found by Alexis McAllister. Free kick, Cape Verde. It comes from distance, but they scored directly off a free kick from distance against Uruguay in this stadium. The clock hits 77 minutes. And a Cape Verde free kick attacking the goal to our right. Jamiro Montero is over it. Sidney Lopes Cabral is over it. And it's a long run, and it's fired low towards goal, but wide of Emi Martinez to his right. On the strike by Kevin Pina, who was the one that scored that goal direct off a free kick from distance here in Miami against Uruguay. He had a massive run up to that. And on the deck, put it wide of Emi Martinez, not on target. Meanwhile, Argentina trying to build up from the back. Christian Romero's just been fouled. Just to the right of his own penalty area. Played back to Emi Martinez as play restarts. 78 minutes on the clock. We click over to the 79th. And Lisandro Martinez just got tied up on the near touchline by Dallin Livramento. And a long ball forced up the near side is taken away by Cape Verde here through traffic on the right touchline. Ryan Minge gets tangled up with Julian Alvarez. It comes down to Facundo Medina. Now we have a foul as an Argentina player away from the ball is down. That's Enzo Fernandez. Contact perhaps from Kevin Pina. And it was. We told you the populations of these two countries earlier. Argentina's population is 85 times that of Cape Verde's. Long ball lifted over the top. Nicolas Gonzalez trying to run it down left of the penalty area. Hooks it towards the spot. Headed away by Sidney Lopes Cabral, who went diving out to find that loose ball and headed out of play and out of danger as we're into the 80th minute. Substitutions coming for Cape Verde. It'll be a double sub. Ryan Minge, the captain, is coming off. Coming on is Willie Semedo, who plays professionally in Cyprus. Also, it's Jovan Cabral that's coming off. And Elio Varela, who had a goal against Uruguay here in Miami in this World Cup, comes on. Thrown in for Enzo Fernandez. 80th minute. 1-1. Near touchline Medina. First touch pass taken by Enzo Fernandez, then stolen away. Willie Semedo is up with it. Semedo, who was second in the Cypriot First Division in goals last season with 17, just came on for Cape Verde. Argentina win a throw, quickly get it in. Play restarting. Lisandro Martinez across the halfway line, left of the center circle. Martinez eyeing a run up the middle, then lays it forward. Julian Alvarez, edge of the D. Messi on his right foot. Messi feeds it out to his right. It's pulled across. Oh, Vizinha! Oh, my goodness gracious! Vizinha gets a piece of it, and it rolls behind him, but wide of goal. He and Pico keep disaster from taking place. Messi with a clever ball out wide to the right now. Thrown back in towards the penalty area. Cleared away by Cape Verde. Hooked back forward by Medina. Drops out for Enzo Fernandez, who, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he's just sent it out of play on the far side and given away possession.
Look at this defense here from Cape Verde's number 4.
Vizinha lays out, misses. And if Pico doesn't get a foot on it to clear it away, he's just sent it just wide of his goalpost there. If he doesn't get that, Pico, it's an easy tap-in for Enzo Fernandez on the backside. Argentina ball again. And they are full pressing now. Full court press, to use a basketball term, being applied here by Argentina in Miami. Wide on the left-hand side, Nicolas Gonzalez. Drop for Facundo Medina. Then back square for Lisandro Martinez. Top of the circle, Alexis McAllister. Trots forward, leaves it to the right. Angles back to the left. On this near channel now. Sent up the touchline, Nicolas Gonzalez. Back for Medina. Pressure came from Jamiro Montero threaded into the penalty area. Vozinha's way off his line, charging out to the right. Goes to ground. Has the ball wrapped around his arms, keeping it away from Nicolas Gonzalez. Punted by Vozinha. High into the sky. Flicked on by Livramento. Argentina ball deep in their own territory. In Argentina's first game in the 2022 World Cup, they were beaten by Saudi Arabia. A result that many called one of, if not the biggest upsets in World Cup history. Tonight, they're playing with fire in Miami to one-up themselves in a department that they do not want to become more impressive in. Chipped ball up the middle. Messi steers it edge of the D. Into the area from the left. Gonzalez pulls it back. Blocked out a play over the end line. It's a corner. Kevin Pina with the defense. A set piece for Cape Verde to survive here. Substitution for Argentina. Leandro Paredes is coming on. He's replacing Rodrigo de Paul. Leandro Paredes. 5 goals for his country, near corner. Messi delivers it, and it goes beyond Nicolas Gonzalez. Handled by Cabral. He gets it out of there. No silliness on the clear. No nonsense. Argentina recollect in the middle of the field, and then staggering to the ball and falling down was an Argentine. You got Medina down. I think they're pointing that this is going to be Cape Verde ball.
It's 10:52 p.m. currently in Cape Verde. And they might be having their biggest party of their lives very shortly.
If they find a way to win this game, there will
It's going to be insane. I will feel the earthquake of Argentina from here.
There will be not a soul in that country that sleeps tonight. The clock continues to tick.
There's been quite a lot of stoppages, so we might have some decent added time here.
Something has happened to Facundo Medina, and we still have not figured out what. He is still down. A 27-year-old that plays professionally in France, and he might be about to be subbed out here. Now that replay was Enzo Fernandez falling. That was not Medina. Medina has just been subbed off. Nicholas Tagliafico, 33-year-old grizzled veteran, earns his 79th cap with his national team. He's the one that comes on. Cape Verde's up the left side and across. Sent in by Elio Varela. The substitute is blocked out of play. Be a Cape Verde throw. Oh, surely they couldn't. No. Surely they couldn't go in front. Thrown in for Duarte, the goal scorer. And it's taken away by Alexis McAllister, and foul on Cape Verde. Free kick for Argentina. Can Cape Verde just get to the finish line of full time and earn 30 more minutes? Can Argentina, before the full-time whistle, go back in front? Up they come on the far flank, and charging forward with speed is Messi. Messi is in deep to the end line. His cross is headed away by Dine. Comes to the top of the box, and it's volleyed over the bar. Volleyed over the bar by McAllister, who believes it took a deflection and that Argentina should have a corner, and it looks like he may have won that argument. Half volley there by McAllister. I did not see a deflection on the replay we were just given. But it will be a corner, the 5th of the match for Argentina. Messi to deliver. There's a whistle from the head referee from Canada in the penalty area. Messi was getting his steps up to deliver. Now he'll do it again. Left-footed in-swinger. Vecina came out. It's Dine who hacks it away. Lands on the far touchline, Leandro Paredes. 88th minute. Served back in by Molina. Skied towards the left side of the penalty area. Tagliafico trying to run it down. He has. Turns it top left corner of the box. Now a square ball sent out wide to Enzo Fernandez. Tagliafico left of the area. Sends it back into the middle. Julian Alvarez spots Messi out of his peripheral to his right. Sends it that way. Messi, small steps into the area from the right. Gets to his left foot. Centers. Taken away. Willie Semedo clears. Out of play on the far side. Argentina throw. If you have a lump in your throat, you're only human. Argentina on the throw. As they send it back into the center circle, we click into the penultimate minute of the 90. With Cape Verde and Argentina still square at 1. Enzo Fernandez in the middle of the field for Argentina. Directs it out to his right. Flared back for Paredes. Paredes takes a couple of steps forward, then angles it on the far right side for Messi. Trying to get by Sidney Lopes Cabral. Messi trying to find an angle. Left-footed crosses in. Defensive header lands at the feet of Pico, who gets it out of the box. And there are calls for handball by some Argentina players. They think perhaps Pico has hit it with his hand or his arm. Messi with that dinked ball over the top. Did Pina get it with his arm? Ooh, boy, they might be in some trouble here. Pico went up. It did get his left kind of elbow area, but I think that, well, the question is, was his arm out in an unnatural position? That would be incredibly cruel. And they have not gone to VAR. Argentina have taken possession of the ball back. Lisandro Martinez rolls it up the left-hand side. Everyone here is now excited. Here's a ball chipped into the area, easily caught by Vecina. And rolled ahead as we get towards the end of the 90th minute. Taken away by Argentina. This is a highly tense time for everyone to be letting their opinions fly and their emotions fly. Julian Alvarez drops it off for Leandro Paredes. Paredes on this inside left channel. Continues forward. 90 minutes have been played. And if you're a Cape Verde supporter, you're going to really see that number top right of your screen in red. 8 minutes to hold your breath. Ball hoisted in by Messi, left of the penalty area, headed down. Who's got it? It came to Semedo. He couldn't clear, not confidently. Left of the penalty area, rolled back to Paredes, left of the D, then to Alvarez on his left foot, trying to find an angle to shoot. He crosses, it's blocked by Pico. Willie Semedo tries to get clear. He does. It's to the halfway line now. Christian Romero tromps forward. Leandro Paredes scans his options to his right, then to his left. Near side Enzo Fernandez. Back it comes for Alexis McAllister. And then for Paredes. And then for McAllister. And then for Messi. Messi is 30 yards away from goal, middle of the field. Dropped off Paredes. Cycled on McAllister. Lifted out wide on the right-hand side. Molina. Searching for answers against the Blue Sharks that are swarming. Paredes long-range attempt right at Vecina. Who has it? Is this quite enough drama for you? JT, is that right not to go to VAR on that possible handball on Pico?
It, to me, didn't look like it was in an unnatural position.
I agree.
So I think that is okay. However, the Argentinians As we know with their sport fans, they might think otherwise. I don't right. If it gets to it, I don't think I can handle another half an hour of this, Matthew.
Unbelievable. Argentina have the ball. After Cape Verde sent it deep, Argentina has it with Leandro Paredes stepping forward, reaching and playing it out wide on the right-hand side. Noel Molina. Then back for Lisandro Martinez. I'm not sure anyone has the nerves to go through more of this, but we might be forced to. Maybe not. Paredes flares it out wide on the right. Here's Molina's ball in. It took a deflection, came to the top of the 6. It's landed now to the near side, trying to clear away as Willie Semedo. Hasn't gotten it very far. Lisandro Martinez cycles it back to Enzo Fernandez. Middle of the field, Alexis McAllister. Right of the D is Messi trying to step away from Deroy Dart. Messi turning and got tripped up. It's going to be a free kick for Messi and Argentina from a very dangerous position. Messi again with those usual just small intentional steps. Gosh, and he took a hit as he went down, his head right into the knee of a Cape Verde defender. He's drawn a foul and won Argentina a free kick here from an extremely dangerous spot. This is similar to the spot they had that one earlier where Vozinha made a great flying save. That was inches outside the penalty area left of the D. This is inches outside right of the D. Does the 40-year-old Vozinha have one more magical save left in him? Or will it be Messi magic that ends the Cape Verde run in the 95th minute? Messi placing the ball again here. Spotted right of the D. Maybe a couple of yards outside the area. It's only Messi over the ball. 5 in the wall for Cape Verde. Here is Messi. Left-footed on the ground. Vozinha got a piece of it. It's up in the air. It's headed back to him. He's got it. Vozinha falls to the ground with his arms bare, hugging the ball. Might be a bit hurt, but it's worth the pain. He misread it just that tiniest bit. Well, there was a deflection. That's what happened. The slightest of deflections off of Sidney Lopes Cabral. It changed direction of the ball, and it skipped up his left arm in the air. It came back to an Argentina head, and a header was not overly well struck, and Vozinha was able to catch JT.
After he caught the ball the second time after the deflection, there was shoulder barging between him and an Argentina player. That's why he's in discomfort.
He sends it long up the middle, and now there's a Cape Verde player down. It's Moreira. They are 2 minutes away from dragging this game to extra time. Free kick, right of center. Delivered in by Cabral, headed out by Argentina. That was from about 45 yards from goal. No option to go for goal there. It's come to the halfway line. Spun back to Montero on the right-hand side. Delivered to the halfway line for Sidney Lopes Cabral. Cabral sends it back. Steven Moreira delivers it far touchline. 90 seconds left of the 8 minutes that were added on. Now it's Dine. Ahead for Pina. Back this direction. Cape Verde's more than happy to play keep away for about 80 more seconds just to hear this full-time whistle. It's chipped forward. Willie Semedo couldn't get to it. Cleared away. Out of play it goes off Argentina in front of the Cape Verde technical area. The throw is taken quickly by Pico. Knocked on ahead for Jamiro Montero, the substitute. Now, of course, if you get deeper into this 98th minute, you can think about charging forward and maybe scoring quite literally at the gun. Maybe they'll take their chances on that as we are in to the final of the 8 added minutes. You see the time, top right of your screen. Ball sent up the left-hand side. Elio Varela against Paredes, tripped up. No foul called. Argentina will clear desperately. Chested back down in the middle of the field by Dine. Poked up this right touchline for Willie Semedo. He's shielded from the ball. It goes out of play near side. Argentina throw. Still some seconds left for them to charge forward and win themselves a World Cup buzzer beater. But they aren't pushing forward with a lot of anxiety, with a lot of urgency. Nicolas Gonzalez left touchline. He's just got to whip it in, surely. He doesn't. It's back to Tagliafico. It's full time! It's full time in Miami! And nothing has been decided! Well, one thing has been decided. This is about the wildest World Cup we've ever seen. And at the end of regulation, listen to this score. Take this score in. Argentina 1. Cape Verde 1. About as impossible of a full-time result as you could think, or maybe as impossible of a full-time result as you can think of, I don't know, since Spain won and Cape Verde won. Spain 0, Cape Verde 0. Excuse me.
What in the wide world of sports is happening?
I don't know, JT, but DMs. Oh my gosh.
There's been so many conversations. We've all been talking about how incredible would it be if Cape Verde showed up and put Argentina in a position like this and then go and do it. We were talking about it. Did any of us actually think that it was going to happen?
No. I don't think many gave them a chance of that.
Matthew, regarding DMs, understood and mission has been completed.
Ready to go for extra time in Miami. Each team now get an additional substitution at their disposal. You just shake your head, really. Teams meet up in the middle of the pitch. Cape Verde will kick off to start extra time. As you well know, 15-minute, 2 15-minute halves of extra time, then penalties if necessary. And in the heat and the humidity and the heaviness of Miami, extra time kicks off. Cape Verde with possession. 30 minutes and perhaps more to decide how this classic finishes. All the way back to Vozinha. And now up the left-hand side for Cabral, who nearly had it taken away by McAllister, who does get to it. McAllister turns it back into the middle of the field, trying to run it down Lisandro Martinez. He does, slides it forward, beyond Messi, beyond anyone for Argentina. Cape Verde ball. João Paulo will send it back into their own penalty area with Dine. Puts it out to Pico, and Pico will lift it up the far side. It's an off-target ball ahead intended for Dallin Livramento. It goes out of play. Argentina throw. You heard JT say earlier, could he, could we, could all of us sustain half an hour more of this? Argentina up the middle. Played out to the right-hand side. Noel Molina's going to get on the end of it. His first-time cross towards the penalty spot. Awkwardly defended away by Pico. It has backspun off of his left foot and out over the end line. It'll be a corner for Argentina. This crowd is heavily favoring Argentina, as you may imagine. They're all trying to will their club to victory. Messi from the far flag. Delivers it in left-footed. It's headed across the face of goal. It lands at the right of the 6. Martinez left-footed scores! Lisandro Martinez fires Argentina in front of extra time! Argentina reclaim their lead! Lisandro Martinez with a marvelous goal! Pounds it up and into the roof! And gave Vozinha zero chance of a miraculous save! And for the second time tonight, Argentina lead Cape Verde. Lisandro Martinez, a lifesaver for Argentina. Messi's delivery off the head of, I believe, Nicolas Gonzalez across the face, came to the right of the 6, where Lisandro Martinez, with his left foot, has absolutely blazed that in. It was Alexis McAllister who got a piece of it with the top of his head. And out to Martinez. And that is quite the strike. Open up the top bin and place that goal right into it. Cape Verde will be forced to come from behind again. They were just checking in the VAR room to make sure everything was good with the goal, no offside. They've given the goal. It's 2-1 Argentina. Is that the goal that gets them home? Vozinha sends it long up the middle. Headed down by Martinez. Comes back to a blue shirt of Cape Verde. And Sidney Lopes Cabral will send it up the left-hand side for Elio Varela, who has it taken away, and it's out of play off of him. Argentina win a throw. Second career international goal for Lisandro Martinez as Argentina have turned it over sheepishly off the throw-in. It comes to Elio Varela. Out to his right, Steven Moreira. Argentina player down in the middle of the field, not getting up, Christian Romero. Cape Verde still with the ball, approaching the final third. Ball is lifted back this direction for Duarte. Romero's back to his feet. Duarte steers it this way. Varela on his right foot, left of the area, squares it back. Cabral nudges it back far side. One touched on for Pico. Then into the middle, Pina. Pina back this way. Handled by Varela. The substitute with fresh legs. Places it. Cabral, cross, blocked. Out of play corner. Off of McAllister. Corner, Cape Verde. Sidney Lopes Cabral. Over this ball, near flag, both arms in the air. Here he goes. Left-footed strike, headed away. It's another corner. Nicolas Gonzalez did the defending. Once again, Sidney Lopes Cabral. Ready to go again. Left-footed again. This one towards the near post, hoping for a flick. Headed down top of the 6. And anxiously defended back away by Argentina over the end line. Another corner, but also a Cape Verde player down in the penalty area. Who is it? It's Dine. Another Cape Verde corner, 3 in a row. This one sent in along the ground of the top of the box. It was Varela to the top of the D. Shot by Steven Moreira, blocked. Ball spins out on the far side, and it's taken away by Julian Alvarez, who has acres of space to charge up the left-hand side. Hustling back is Steven Moreira. Forces Alvarez to hit the brakes, play it back. Argentina reload. Argentina stood tall on 3 set-piece opportunities right in a row for Cape Verde. Now they can kill some time. Middle of the field, it's held. And sent on by Tagliafico. Up the left-hand side comes Argentina's Enzo Fernandez. Trots forward towards the final third. And then delivers it back towards the halfway line. The winner moves on to Atlanta on Tuesday to play Egypt, who scored a historic win of their own earlier today on penalties against Australia. Up the left-hand side, ball is flexed on for Nicolas Gonzalez, who cuts it back. Julian Alvarez is waiting left of the D. He plays catch with Messi. Messi, a left-footed shot. Shot was blocked. It comes back down to a shot that was also blocked by Cabral, who shielded the Julian Alvarez shot from getting to goal. It's a corner for Argentina. Cabral is down. Just confirmation from the Argentina goal that everything was on the up and up, and it was onside. And apparently there was a slight touch from Nicolas Tagliafico, because that's the one they were looking on to see if he was onside. From the near flag, this delivered in. Deflects top of the box for a drive by Enzo Fernandez, blocked. Goes careening out of play on the far side. Be an Argentina throw. Cape Verde's got 2 substitutions remaining. They're going to use them now. Gilson Benchamal is going to come on. DeRoy Duarte, the man that scored the magical goal in the second half to level it at 1, comes off. So too does Kevin Pina, who scored a magical goal of his own in this stadium earlier in this World Cup against Uruguay. Pina and Duarte come off. Benchamal comes on, so too does Yannick Semedo. Argentina on the throw, get play restarted. We work the 100th minute here. And here's Christian Romero in the Argentina half, twirling with the ball, pivots, sends it forward. There's space on this inside left channel. Ball sent to the top of the box. It's intercepted. Yannick Semedo just on. Picks it off and clears. Sends it up the left-hand side. Elio Varela. Up the left. And he tried to cut to the inside, and it's knocked off his boot by McAllister out of play. Cape Verde throw. Varela throws it in for Sidney Lopes Cabral. Cape Verde is done with substitutions now. They have the ball at the halfway line, right of the center circle. Pico forwards it. Elio Varela, left touch line. Steps forward, squares it. Jamiro Montero, his ball in, easily dealt with by Emi Martinez. Shepherded to him by Nicolas Tagliafico. 100 minutes gone. Argentina 2, Cape Verde 1. Lisandro Martinez with his second international goal, coming here early in extra time to put Argentina in front. His first goal since scoring against Ecuador in the quarterfinals of Copa America 2 years ago. Cape Verde win possession back middle of the field. Ball sprayed up the right-hand side. And now switched ball from right to left, intended for Varela. He brings it down. Here's Elio, top left corner of the penalty area. Top of the box sent for the substitute, Semedo. Out to the right-hand side, Jamiro Montero. Elio seems to have very fresh legs indeed on this near left side. Wouldn't it be the first time I've called magic from an Elio in a big event in my life? Here he is, up the left-hand side. He splits through two defenders. Elio is taken down by Leandro Paredes. Have they given a goal kick out of that? I think they have. There was not a foul on the Paredes takedown, and it's gone over the inline last off Elio Varela. They've given a goal kick. World Feed replaying the Lisandro Martinez goal. What a goal it was. Keeper to keeper, Emi Martinez all the way down to Vozinha. Cape Verde back in possession in the last 3 minutes or so of the first half of extra time. Willie Semedo puts the ball into the middle towards the center circle. Jamiro Montero steers it out on the near left side. Sidney Lopes Cabral. Off to Elio Varela. Left touch line, Elio Varela charging forward on an overlap for Cabral. Squared ball comes left of the D. Jamiro Montero sent back this direction. Cabral again, left of the box, cuts from left foot to right, goes for goal! Oh my gosh! Oh no! It's an unbelievable goal! Sidney Lopes Cabral! Get out your dictionary! Find the word impossible! You see a live picture of Sidney Lopes Cabral scoring the most staggering goal you've ever seen in your life! He's just gone into the stands! He's hugging Cape Verde fans! There are literally no words for this. I am supposed to be a person that does not run out of words. When I get on a camera in front of you on live, whatever you want to call this, I should never run out of words. That is my duty to you. There are no words for what we just witnessed. Sidney Lopes Cabral from the top left corner of the penalty area with a right-footed shot that finds somehow the back of the net, top right corner, pick it out. It is 2-2. But Argentina are flying forward with the ball sent into the penalty area that's defended away. And Cape Verde have it going back the other direction. And it's sent up the left-hand side too far for Elio Varela to run down. There are Argentina players that are calling for a handball from moments ago. There will be 3 minutes added on to the end of the first half of extra time.
He's a left back, for God's sake.
There's just... That should not be possible. Argentina ball. What? That is his 4th international goal, Sidney Lopes Cabral. His first since a goal that he scored in qualifying against Libya Something tells me that scoring against Argentina is a bit more important and difficult to do than scoring against Libya. But Argentina's in the penalty area. It's dropped for Messi and a shot. Vizinha save. The rebound, free sent towards goal. Oh my goodness! It's blocked. It's cleared. It's impossible. Here come Cape Verde, with the entire world watching, either on their feet or on the edge of their seats, or through the hands that are over their eyes, and maybe from a bunch of Argentinians without breathing. Jamiro Montero has the ball in the attacking half. He steers it out wide to the left. Elio Varela plays catch with him. Here's Jamiro Montero. Squared ball. Yannick Semedo lifts it in, and it's too far for his target, Dallin Livramento. It's out for a goal kick. Noel Molina's coming off, or has come off. Gonzalo Montiel is the one that came on for him. We missed all of that. Argentina bring it up the field. They have to be, whatever is the next step above shell-shocked, they have to be absolutely throttled. Here's Enzo Fernandez delivering a ball back to the center circle, played back out wide on the right-hand side. Christian Romero on for Messi. Messi tried to whip out to the right. It deflects onto Gonzalo Montiel, who clinched the World Cup title 4 years ago with his winning penalty against France. Can he make a difference here? Cape Verde are trying to come up from the back. There's a Cape Verde player down, Jamiro Montero. It looked like they played on through that contact. He's still down. Now it's kicked out of play on the near side by Yannick Semedo. We should be reaching the whistle for halftime of extra time. Gonna have to have a physics degree to figure out how in the world Sidney Lopes Cabral scored that goal. From just inside the top left 90 of the penalty area, with a shot of pure magic. We have reached halftime of extra. Pierre Moss has shown up. I can't think of a better time for that, Pierre. Only one question for you. What the hell?
That goal from Lopez Cabral, it was so good I had to tweet about it. And what I tweeted was that goal was absolutely filth of the
Oh my God.
highest order.
What in the wide world of sports?
I mean,
Yeah,
just absolute perfection.
it defies all logic.
Not a goalkeeper in the world
Well, and Pierre breaking up on us a little bit. I mean, we'll hopefully hear from him. Hear from him either before or after this game is over. JT, you want to say something?
You would think if this went to penalties, Argentina would thrash them. I don't know after this performance from Vizinha. This man is insane. This team is insane. This little country of 500,000 people is insane. What at this current moment is happening? I'm going to press that button because we've got 15 minutes more of
15
this.
minutes.
Hold on tight, folks.
15 minutes, somehow, to get through. Beats the hell out of me how we'll get through it. But, I mean, God almighty. All right. Second half of extra time to begin.
You ready to go?
Argentina kicking off. I guess ready as we'll ever be. Argentina kick off. Second half of extra time underway.
You've jumped back again, by the way, Matthew.
I figured I did. Argentina ball, left-hand side, near touchline, Nicolas Gonzalez. On back for Julian Alvarez, make that Nicolas Tagliafico. Center circle, Leandro Paredes. And Alexis McAllister angles it up the far touchline. And out of the halfway line for Paredes again, who pivots back to his left. Finds Lisandro Martinez up the inside left channel. Forward ball, Nicolas Gonzalez. Squared for Julian Alvarez. Hoisting it into the right side of the penalty area. Too tall for Gonzalo Montiel. Out for a goal kick. Just
Matthew DMs.
Just one more time here. Argentina's population is 85 times that of Cape Verde. Off the long ball sent forward by Vizinha, taken away by Argentina. Here come the South Americans, champions of the world. Up the left-hand side, Nicolas Gonzalez wraps it back for Nicolas Tagliafico. Messi inside right channel, out to the far side, and a foul committed by Cape Verde. Free kick coming for Argentina. This isn't as dangerous of a spot as their last couple, but we know Messi can make magic. Out of nowhere, it was Alexis McAllister that was fouled by Jamiro Montero. Messi is the lone man that is over this ball, and then there's only one in a Cape Verde wall in front of him. Here's Messi lifting it in left-footed, a bit of a line drive delivery, headed away and then hooked away by Cape Verde. Lands in the center circle on the head of Leandro Paredes, directs it to the far side, taken away by Elio Varela. Elio Varela flowing forward, up the left channel. Varela stops, tries to dink one to the top of the D. It got deflected and came back to João Paulo. Squared ball back now. And a long-range effort is fired wide from a lot of distance from Yannick Semedo. Argentina ball. Halfway line, Leandro Paredes. With the right foot, he will knife it, zing it to the left-hand side for Nicolas Tagliafico. Wrap back to the top left corner of the penalty area on the same end of the field where Cabral's goal was in the first half of extra time. Enzo Fernandez is jockeyed off the ball. It lands at the top of the center circle for Lisandro Martinez. Now for Christian Romero. This way Martinez again. Nudged on for Julian Alvarez. Alvarez towards the penalty area from the left. Cycles it out for Tagliafico near side. Drags it for Lisandro Martinez. There's a whistle here. JT, is it a delayed rise of the flag for offside? It is. Free kick, Vozinha. He'll thump it long up the right-hand side where it pinballs around. And I think a foul. No, it's a throw-in for Argentina. No foul called. Babista a bit frustrated with that. 110th minute. And here come Argentina forward again. They're not going to give up the ghost here and just wait for penalties. Nicolas Gonzalez, top left corner of the penalty area, cuts between two. Gonzalez rampaging in, and it's scissored away from him by a sliding Dine. Corner for Argentina. With just about 10 minutes left, separating these two teams from a penalty shootout. Messi from the near flag for Argentina's 8th corner of the night. Messi, left-footed strike, top of the 6, headed on and in! And in! Argentina the lead back, Christian Romero! Christian Romero! Argentina rises and hits the front one more time!
That looked like an OG.
Christian Romero takes the celebration. Lionel Messi with the delivery because, of course, for the 3rd time in this game, Argentina hit the front. Will it be the decisive goal? Never underestimate the heart of a champion. It's off Romero's head, and then perhaps in off the hand of a Cape Verde defender. Romero rises up, headed off the hand of Dine, who had to know nothing about it. And a very stoic Lionel Scaloni, because he knows that twice they've been ahead in this game. They've given it currently to Romero, a 111th minute goal. The 3rd goal of extra time. Argentina 3, Cape Verde 2. 8 minutes plus stoppage time remain. 4th career international goal, Christian Romero. Ball lands in the midfield off the restart, and Argentina have the ball. On 2 separate occasions tonight, I think the whole world has counted Cape Verde out. Surely they can't do it a 3rd time, right? Ball is loose in the middle of the field, far side, left of the center circle. Cape Verde can't come up with it. Instead, it's Argentina charging forward, but a ball played back for Messi. Knifed away by Jamiro Montero. Back to Vozinha. No matter how it ends, Cape Verde has sent us on the most magical of adventures. Steven Moreira charging up the right-hand side for the Blue Sharks, looking for one more bite. Semedo squares it 50 yards from goal. Yannick Semedo out to the left. Sidney Lopes Cabral already went into the magical well once and got out a bucket full of it. From the left of the 6, Willie Semedo's cross is blocked. Ricocheted out to Cabral. Edge of the D chipped in, making a run. Moreira cannot get to it. It goes out to the left of Emi Martinez for a goal kick. It'll likely stay Christian Romero's goal, I would think, because even though it's off the hand of Dine, that does not change. It was going to be a goal without going off his hand anyway. Cape Verde.
On my screen, it's down as an own goal.
Okay, so an own goal now. Cape Verde has possession Elio Varela up the far left side, and he gets taken down from the left of the penalty area. Fouled and a yellow card given to Gonzalo Montiel at the end of the 115th minute. This will be a free kick for Cape Verde from the left of the penalty area. An angle to do something with. As we click over to the 116th minute in Miami. Surely not again. It's that man again. Sidney Lopes Cabral, left of the penalty area. Big run up, goes for goal, and it's tipped over by Emi Martinez! It needed saving! And one of the best goalkeepers in the world steers it over the bar. But Sidney Lopes Cabral has nearly done it again. It will be a corner. They're refusing to let this Cinderella story reach its final chapter. It's a Cape Verde player who is just probably cramping on the far side again. High heat, high humidity. Lying on his back and just getting stretched out by a teammate or two. By the way, I suppose it's probably my responsibility to tell you Colombia and Ghana are coming up next on the channel. That is, if anyone still breathing after all of this. Change of shirt for Nicholas Tagliafico. I think he's bleeding from the nose is why. Clock ticking and ticking and ticking here as Cape Verde have a corner coming from the near flag, which will be taken in the 118th minute. Believe I see a 16 over there to take it, Yannick Semedo. He's ready to take it. Referee is not. Now it's Yannick Semedo from the near flag. The 30-year-old that plays domestically in Portugal drives it in to the near post, headed away by Leandro Paredes. Out of play on the near side, it'll be a Cape Verde throw. They are down to their final moments in the most memorable of World Cup runs. Long throw in, hoisted into the right side of the penalty area. It's available towards the corner. Kept away by Willie Semedo by the Argentina defense. Now from the right of the penalty area. It's crossed in. It's headed towards goal. Oh, a collision! Right on the goal line. Emi Martinez collides into Benchamal. The ball goes out of play over the end line. Absolute chaos in the goal mouth. It was headed towards goal. Then Benchamal and Emi Martinez clattered into one another. Cape Verde have a corner through all of this. From the far flag, it's taken. In swinging ball, headed out to the edge of the D. Nudged back in. Hook towards goal and a chance! Blazed over the bar by Dallin Livramento. He was probably offside anyway. We have reached the 120th. And not only was he offside, many blue shirts offside because of just the way it got hooked back in so quickly. Just a heart-pounding happening here And all I hope for at the end of day is that I can go back and listen to this and confirm that I actually spoke legible English words, because I'm not thinking clearly, and I don't think anyone is. Martinez sends it long. It pinballs around on the near side. It's out of play. Think it's a Cape Verde throw. By the time they throw it in and they get upfield, we will be past 120 minutes. We are now. How much is added on? It's 3. 3 minutes to score a third goal and stun the Galaxy yet again. Yannick Semedo chips it forward, edge of the box, and a shot by Varela that took a deflection that would have caught Emi Martinez out. It deflects wide of goal. Argentina player down is Lisandro Martinez. Corner for Cape Verde. Still Lisandro Martinez is down. Rolling and writhing in pain. And he certainly blocked that shot in a delicate area. Pain is worth it if it's to get your team to victory. Argentina fans on the verge of tears in the seats. Delivery near flag, Yannick Semedo comes top of the box. Shot by Montero was blocked. Ricochets out back towards him out of the area, but it's shielded from him. Argentina have possession, and Argentina are flooding forward, and a forward ball is sent in the direction of Julian Alvarez, picked off by the feet of Vozinha at the top of the box, who outlets ahead up the right-hand side. Cape Verde hoping for a Hail Mary. Yannick Semedo up the inside right channel to Willie Semedo out wide on the right towards the penalty area. Willie Semedo crosses. It's useful to the top of the box. It comes outside the area. It's shot back in right-footed and wide by Elio Varela on what may be the final chance. 1 minute remaining. One agonizingly long minute that 60 seconds will tick away like it's stuck in quicksand for the millions upon millions of Argentina fans, for the Cape Verde faithful that have gone on a magic carpet ride. The 60 seconds will be the blink of an eye. Long by Martinez, popcorning around, near side it's run down, kept in play Messi. Nudged forward up the left-hand side. Towards the corner flag, surely Nicolas Gonzalez will go. Tangled up by Dine. Grabbed back. Dine flips it out to the middle of the field, hoping someone in blue can get on the end of it. Ben Chawal could not. Skied high into the air. Pico heads it back to Vozinha, who will take it himself. Charge forward. Only seconds remain. Long ball sent up the middle. The target is Willie Semedo. It's headed back down for Steven Moreira. It comes back out on the right. It's defended out of play by Leandro Paredes. It'll be a Cape Verde throw if there's time. Thrown in quickly. Willie Semedo out wide on the right. Livramento looking for an angle to cross. He does. It's blocked by Leandro Paredes. It's not a corner, it's a throw, and it won't even be that! The full-time whistle blows! And this wackiest of World Cups gives us the wildest game yet! It's finished after extra time, and the world champions Argentina have been taken to the absolute brink by the Cinderellas from Cape Verde. But you never underestimate the heart of a champion. Argentina carries on. Their defense of the World Cup will flow forward into the round of 16. They will march like an Egyptian into Atlanta next Tuesday to play Egypt. But they have been given all they could possibly handle tonight by the Blue Sharks of Cape Verde, a World Cup debutante, a World Cup fairy tale, JT, that we will never, ever forget.
That was an incredible game of football, and you got to feel for that own goal. You got to feel for the whole team, but from every single soccer fan, except the Argentinians, thank you, Cape Verde. That was incredible.
Amen.
And with the World Cup at 48 teams now, will we see it again? But for any future teams, do not doubt Cape Verde. They are not here to play around.
It's the
and mess
magic.
around.
It's the magic of sport. It's the magic of this event. I see Seth Eves has joined us, which is very good. He'll be on the call for the next game. I'm glad he is. I can't talk anymore. I can't breathe anymore. Seth, this World Cup is off the charts, but we will in the future years probably talk about this game separate from this World Cup. This will be a game to be talked about on its own individually.
In the last 40 years, Argentina, for my money, played the two best World Cup matches I've ever seen and come out on top. The final, obviously, 4 years ago, and now this. The scoreboard says they won, and the bracket says they've advanced. But in every other metric, Cape Verde has won. Just a sensational effort. We were forget flirting with one of the greatest upsets in sports history. We were on the second and third date. Unfortunately for Cape Verde, on that second and third date, the date found a stuck-up rich guy or gal that was just good looking enough to woo it away. But for Cape Verde, they better not see any tears or any sadness, because there is nothing to be ashamed of, and it was a run to remember. Think about this. Spain, Argentina, I want to throw Uruguay in there, they're not really a giant per se. You think three nations that have won this World Cup in the past, that have made deep runs in the World Cup in the past 15 to 20 years, and none of them could beat this Cape Verde team in 90 minutes. Astonishing. And I don't know where all these Cape Verde players go from here. You got to think the goalkeeper's done. He's at 40, but who knows? He has become a sensation overnight,
Well,
Vizinha.
I know the next place they go is back home into a parade.
I agree. And now Argentina needs to work on some things ahead of the Egypt game. But we say this all the time, Matthew, in the NCAA basketball tournament. Every champion has at least one game that they're pushed. We look back on and say, God, they were pushed to the brink. I think about UCLA in 1995. Well, it wasn't an Argentina player, but the Argentina man who delivered the cross, Lionel Messi, he might as well have been the World Cup's version of Tyus Edney on this occasion.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you see the bracket. There's only one more spot to be filled in the last 16. It'll be settled between Colombia and Ghana. That game is coming up literally in a matter of moments here on the channel. Seth will take you through it. Yeah, I don't know what to... and I know we live in a world where there's... especially these days with this North America World Cup, where you got a bunch of Americans coming in and taking all of this in, and we love to make references to other sports. I don't know if I can quite think of one. The first one that just... The only one that I can think of off the very top of my head, but I'm not sure if it gives it any justice either, is like that Duke and Siena game that we had in the tournament this year. If you want to go all the way back to Georgetown and Princeton. But I don't know if that even gives it justice, because said Cape Verde was down twice in this game and found an equalizer. That's what sport is. It's just, this is what sport is.
This is if you want the college basketball equivalent, I'll give you a good one. Fairfield, North Carolina would probably be an accurate example, given that Fairfield led for good chunks of that game.
Yeah.
I know Cape Verde never led, but Fairfield, I mean, they led at halftime, and as JT so eloquently looked up at halftime of that Duke Siena game. Goodness sakes alive. Matthew, I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask the entire panel. Well, JT is not American, so it's not his soil, but I have to ask Matthew, I just asked my friend this, I texted, what in the world did we do to deserve a World Cup like this on our soil?
Yeah.
You were alive for 250 years, so FIFA decided to give you a pheasant.
249 years,
Good answer.
364 days, yeah.
Michelle and her Family Feud contestant. Good answer, good answer.
Oh, gosh.
This is the World Cup
Where...
where
Speak, please. Finally, there we go.
I'll tell you what, this is the World Cup where this World Cup is the gift that keeps on giving. It really is. And we just saw it again tonight. I mean, Cape Verde, listen, they have nothing hanging heads down about, nothing. I mean, they took the defending World Cup champions to the absolute brink and nearly got a third equalizer in this game. I mean, just what an unbelievable effort by Cape Verde. Unbelievable.
They were all over them in the final 3 minutes.
Let me tell you right now. I don't know when the awards are. If it's like in November, December, whatnot. We got plenty of club matches here, but I'm gonna channel I'm gonna pull a Keith Jackson talking about Charlie Ward. Can't go ahead, call off your Puskas Award parties.
Oh.
Go ahead, cancel your Puskas Award parties and just mail it to Sidney Cabral.
I mean, God.
Agreed.
Just mail it to him.
That goal was amazing.
We can we could talk for the next hour recapping what we just saw with this match. Colombia and Ghana coming up. Seth on the call of that for you here in a matter of moments. Excuse me. We said one of the lines that I've used a lot early in this World Cup, and particularly with the United States, but also on the Mexico and Canada side, but particularly with the United States, is that 1994, when the World Cup came to the U.S., it was an opportunity to introduce America to the world and to the World Cup. This is a World Cup where we make this sport a major sport in this country. And I hope that every American here is loving what they're seeing with America's run. But I also hope they're taking in other nations, other games, and this one is as good as it possibly gets. I will come back on camera because, as you can see, JT is working on graphics. JT never stops working. But there you see, again, the full-time score after extra time, Argentina 3 and Cape Verde 2. Cape Verde's World Cup run is over, but the memories from the run will last forever. And we just thank them for sharing their nation and this team with us. So, just an absolute classic. Argentina marches on. The final round of 32 match comes your way in a matter of moments with Colombia and Ghana. Seth Eves will take you through it. He'll be on in just a handful of minutes. But for now, from Miami, Argentina over Cape Verde in extra time in a classic.